Okay, so that window can be gone too. Get them organizing together, y'all. My apologies. um, yeah, All City Gaming, bro. Good content on 2K, but this information here is kind of interesting. I hope it's not true. For a lot of people out there who play games for a way to get away from things and calm and relax and just enjoy it. They've already made so many different games where you have to buy the game for one, but that's not it. You got to buy a lot of extra things to enjoy the game. When it comes to 2K, you got to put money in to get your build together. Of course, you want him to wear certain clothes, you got to pay for that. The shoes, you got to pay for that. The VC, you got to pay for that. The Gatorade boost, you got to pay for that. And many other game modes within 2K where you have to spend actual money for it. These games have been cash cows for a lot of people. These lights are bright as shit. That's where I wear my shades, because these lights on me are just bright as hell. So hopefully y'all can bear with me with that. Yeah, man. I think definitely hooping in person is definitely the better way to go. But the gaming is pretty fun. Call of Duties, especially GTA, man. You can't recreate GTA. But let's see what this is all about.
Imagine paying to play 2K every single hour that you're on the game. Well, that's exactly what Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two, parent company of 2K, intends to incorporate into the gaming industry. We finna get into all the details. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can. You guys can help us get one step closer to 100K subscribers. A huge goal for us here on
Shout out to All City Gaming, man. Good channel for NBA 2K news and other news.
They say Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick believes that video games should be priced on a per-hour basis. And you see that guy right there? That's Strauss Zelnick. He is the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, and they are the parent company for some of your favorite games like GTA and 2K. In my humble opinion, what Strauss Zelnick is proposing in regards to paying on a...
Which are like the only two games I play, 2K and GTA. But I mean, you better believe that if this took place, it would definitely go across the board for like Call of Duty and Fortnite and NFL or Madden. You know what I mean? What would make them even try to do this, man? They're already charging an arm and a leg already, making a lot of money off these games, bro. I think that is just another way to be a cash cow, man. It's kind of unfortunate.
Per-hour basis will completely change the scope of the gaming industry. This is what Strauss Zelnick had to say in a Q2 quarterly meeting. He says, in terms of pricing for any entertainment property, basically the algorithm is the value of the expected entertainment usage, which is to say that per hour value times the number of expected hours plus the terminal value that's received by the customer in ownership if the title is actually owned, not say rented or subscribed to. And you'll see that that bears out in every kind of entertainment vehicle. By that standard, our frontline prices are still very, very low because Strauss Zelnick feels like gaming already provides hours upon hours of entertainment value. Strauss Zelnick would like to...
Which it does. I mean, you can play GTA for 6, 7 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours, I mean, you put money into enjoy it already. For example, for GTA, you build your cars up, mod them all the way up, buy the clothes you want to walk around in, have ammo for the guns. All that stuff costs money. Excuse me. I'm still a little sick. I'm getting over it almost. So forgive me for sniffling and coughing. But, I think this is a very bad step. I mean, I would hope that this is not true. I would hope that if this did take place, that people would do things to not go with this. But people are so addicted to the game, it's kind of hard to. So if the fees were small but still something, people would still pay them for the majority, and that's what they get what they want. And basically on what he just read there, it's like based on the value of the title of the game, like how popular the game is how much you would have to pay per hour to enjoy the game. Like, that makes no sense, bro. Come on, man.
Put a per-hour pricing on your entertainment. As Ronnie 2K referenced when asked why is 2K so expensive, his response was, well, a lot of people like to go to the movies and they pay maybe $20 to $30 to go see a show that lasts 2 hours. Ronnie 2K and Strauss Zelnick feel like, well, they provide tons of hours entertainment and you guys should be paying for that. And before you guys readily dismiss this notion of paying per hour to play your favorite video games, let me help put some things into perspective. We never thought that we would pay this much for a player build on 2K. We never thought that microtransactions would so aggressively invade the gaming industry. And Strauss,
man, microtransactions have been killing. I mean, microtransactions on these games is where the money really is for these guys. They make so many different add-ons and so many different things, and people want them, so they're going to spend their money to get them. I don't remember, because it's been a minute since I played 2K like that. As far as my career, I would say maybe 2021, 2022. I played very little bit of 2023, but it's like, I mean, on average, it's like $150 to build your guy on 2K. On average, it's like $150. It could be more. $150 just to get your player the way you want him to play to enjoy the game. So not only do you have to buy the game, which is like 60 all the way up to $100 depending on what you get. Then you got to buy VC, which is money. Then you got to use that VC to play for the character. And in some aspects, I think what they added in 2K24 is like you don't keep your ranking. You got to keep playing or keep paying to keep your ranking where it's supposed to be. Once it gets past 95, like your ranking drops. So you got to keep playing or keep putting money in to keep the guy where he's supposed to be. You got to pay for the Gatorades to make him play good. Because if you have a really good player, 94, 95 overall, but you don't have Gatorades, he'll miss a step or miss a two. So you got to have the Gatorades there. Then if you don't have the skill boost that give your players a little 5 or 10 extra points on their different skills, then your guy doesn't play as well. So you got to have skill boost and Gatorades to play your game and enjoy it fully. Because if you go in there without Gatorade or without the boost, your player suffers around people who do have those things going on. You know, not only is it the badges where you have to grind for the badges, it's like the player, then you have the badges, then you have the Gatorades, then you have the boost. Then you have your time also. So you have a bunch of different forms of time and money into the game already. You know, and so on top of that, say you're one of those people who like to grind when the new season drops, you want to get your guy to the highest ranking as possible, as soon as possible. For one, that ranking doesn't stay there. And then for two, however many hours it takes you, you're gonna have to pay an hourly fee for that too. I think that is playing the people who like to play the games, man. That's just trying to get more money from us, I would say, because I do love the games myself. And GTA, man, you can really get lost. It's easy. An hour will go by so fast when you're enjoying the game. This is not the way it's supposed to be, bro.
Zelnick, the Take-Two CEO, was one of the leading figures in increasing the standard price tag from $60 to $70. We're already there, y'all. We're already getting finesse, lulled to sleep while we open our wallets and just hand over our money. And while you guys are sleeping, these companies are looking for innovative ways to dig even deeper into your pockets. Is the price for entertainment worth that much to you guys? The wholesome quality of gaming is long gone. I'm hoping that the good majority of you guys watching this video find this type of notion as unacceptable as I do. It's dangerous, y'all. It's a slippery slope. We're not.
I definitely do. I definitely think it's no, it's not cool. But how can we stop it? That's the gaming community. How could it be stopped? You know, there's gonna be a lot of people out there willing to pay, or a lot of people out there who play games who are not the ones who's cashing it out. It might be their parents, so their parents will pay for it. You know, parents like to let their kids play the game so that way they're not bothering them. But now doing that is an extra fee, not just the regular extra fee. It's like an extra fee. You know what I mean? Which is maybe even another extra.
Talking about some small developer here. We're talking about Take-Two. That's Rockstar. That's 2K. These guys have cornered multiple markets within the gaming industry. And if they're successful with this next move to have you guys pay per hour to play your favorite games, trust and believe that other big developers will follow suit. And I highly doubt that the buck stops here within the gaming industry, because this will very quickly spread to every entertainment avenue and every entertainment vehicle. You just got to open your eyes. I hope you fully understand that this is a desensitization process. Initially, 2K offered you guys free seasons, offering you free rewards to play the game. They then proposed the idea and option to you all to pay for a season for additional rewards. I imagine the next step is getting rid of free rewards and having the only option to pay for seasons. And just like that, you guys will be paying for every single hour you get on the game. Imagine for a second having to budget out your entertainment time, paying to just get on the game, not to mention the multitude of in-game transactions. This is just the beginning, y'all. Stay woke, keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel. This is a practice that's been in business for years. It's up to us, the gamers, the consumers, to maintain that family, wholesome quality within gaming. If we don't take a stand here, if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. I will be going live later on today to talk some more about this. Hopefully.
Shout out to All City for the information. You know, like I said before, there has been some forums in the Reddits going around saying that this is low-key a rumor. But I honestly think that this was something that the CEO, the guy who's in charge of making this happen, did that to kind of keep the heat down. You know, I don't think that this is something that it was just came out of nowhere and that it's not true or something that they were thinking about doing. Even if it's not directly paid that way, maybe it should make more different type of way for you to pay for other stuff. I think that is a very messed up situation, bro. to have to pay hourly for doing some gaming. Like I said, man, time flies when you're having fun. It's easily for 2-3 hours to pass by playing GTA or 2K or Call of Duty. It really is, bro. Especially if you get on the game with your friends and stuff too, people that you play with all the time, and then now you have to pay extra. I think that is kind of crazy, bro. I'm glad I grew up with the complete games with the little DLCs. Wait, little to no DLCs. James, I hear you on that. They changed it around though, man. All these new DLCs, even like with GTA. GTA has a lot of DLCs, and that's why I feel, me personally, that GTA 5 is arguably the best game ever made. There could be Skyrim, there could be some other games too that a lot of people like. People might say Fortnite or Call of Duties, but I think GTA is on GTA 5 specifically is the best game. That game's been relevant for 10 to 12 years. People still play it like it first came out. I remember buying it and playing it the first day it came out. You couldn't play online until 7 days after the release, so people had time to do the story mode. I did the story mode in like 3-4 days. You know how many hours that took? How many hours that took, and then get online and have to spend more money. It's definitely a cash cow situation. I just think that's really getting too greedy right there, bro. The DLCs are free to download. To your point, little to no DLCs, but the DLCs GTA added and ads are free. You might have to pay to get the things that come with the DLC, like the new cars, the new armor, the new stuff like that. But at least you could get the DLC and still play with your same stuff and not have to pay necessarily more for it. You know what I mean? DLCs have ruined games, but in the instance of GTA, I think the DLCs were cool because they didn't really make me have to pay more money to play the new DLC. But then again, yes, you did. Actually, let me take that back because GTA started getting slick with their DLCs too, and that's why I'm behind on some of the things I want to play when it comes to GTA 5. And what I mean by that is like there was like a few, like the Dr. Dre DLC, the one before Dr. Dre DLC, and something else before that, and maybe even the one after Dr. Dre. There's these new cars that come with like things that you can't get unless you get the DLC or get the money to make these things happen. Like they'll have a DLC where you have to buy this mobile command unit. Then you have to buy this mobile other station in order to do like it's like a whole bunch of like the DLC might be free, but to get those things and use those in a free roaming online, you have to buy these other things and unlock it low key. So that mean they they have definitely charged. Yeah, you definitely pay when the new DLC comes out, unless you got a bunch of friends who all can share what they do and help each other build up to get those things. I can't do a certain heist because I don't have this one car that costs $3-4 million in GTA money. I gotta hustle and grind that up, doing some other stuff to get that money, or put money in, buy a shark card to then go ahead and buy it. And it's crazy. So there's so like that's microtransactions, but and that's the extent of the DLCs messing it up because they do drop a new DLC that you can play in a sense, but it costs money to play those things. And at one point, I was playing GTA since the start, GTA 5 since the start of it. So I don't know if a lot of you guys remember. Most of you guys probably do. There was a time when they had a couple glitches that came out, money glitches that came out. So they started to add things in there to kind of take people's money away. Like a lot of people were somehow able to hack and get a lot of money, millions and millions of dollars. And then they start coming out with these other things to try to take people's money away. Like, oh, you like this car? $7 million, $5 million to try to get the money back on the even playing field. But you got a lot of people out there who know how to glitch the game and do all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Like I remember one time when it first happened, it was some weird glitch that if somebody set a bounty on you or on somebody and you claimed it, it would be like $17 million or some outrageous money. Outrageous money. I remember playing the game and one of my people that I used to play with, he was from Minnesota. We were playing and he collected a bounty one time and got like, I think it was like $18 million. And we were like, what the fuck? It was crazy. We didn't know what was going on, but it was happening all over GTA. And it ended up being a glitch to where everybody started having a lot of money. So then Rockstar went through everybody's accounts and took money away from you. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I remember playing and having like 30 million. And then after they start doing like this happened, everybody started getting their money. Then it was rumors that they were starting to ban accounts or, clip accounts, ban accounts, who they felt were hacking and doing things wrong. So I remember me and a few of my friends, we stopped playing because it's like, oh shit, we don't want them to think we had anything to do with it. So let's stop playing. Hopefully our account don't get touched. And when everything gets back after the new updates and the new DLCs drop, we would still have our money. But they nerfed everybody's money, and I went from like 30 million down to like 8 or 9 million, which was still cool, but not 30 million that I had. You know what I mean? So it gives you more of a free run to play the game when you have so much money to do whatever you want to. Especially the way I play, I like to blow up other people's cars. They tax you for that. I like to do a lot of things that just waste a lot of money. You know what I mean? Having fun. Um, so yeah, I remember that happening. Those glitches went out with the bounties. Then people had money glitches and duplication car glitches. So I felt like when they started adding more DLCs and charging more for the items was because they knew people either still had glitch money or getting glitch money or just trying to, level that playing field. Almost similar to how Nike was trying to make a bunch of pandas to drop the price down of pandas in a sense, if you get what I'm saying. So like I remember Rockstar doing that, and it didn't matter because I didn't need so much. I had from the first time I had bought like 30 cars. Like when that glitch first happened, I went and bought so many cars and maxed them out as far as with all the modifications. So then if I had to sell them, I could still have some money up. And I still have a few of those cars in my little fleet on GTA, that I could sell if I wanted to. But um yeah, I remember going through those phases. And so then later on, when they start coming out with these other DLCs, it's like, yeah, that DLC is free. But if you want to do that heist to get your millions back up, you have to buy this command center, which is like 6-7 million. Then if you want to get that car to have the full armor and then you can't lock on it, that was my thing. Like I would go and shoot up people, and you would see like you could people would drive by in cars with bulletproof windows, or these cars that you can't really beat if you're car to car, but if you get out, you could just go auto lock on them and shoot the driver while they're driving in this crazy car. But then they start coming out with DLCs with special cars that you couldn't lock on. But the only way you can get those cars is if you did this, bought this, then did this and bought this, and then spent money to then upgrade the car. So like it, you never get a chance to get those items. There's a lot of cars that I have that I can't do the full grade because I don't have the new DLC, or I have the DLC, but I don't have a way to unlock or play those modes to get those things because it costs money and all this other stuff. So microtransactions has been the thing for a minute in the game, but if they start trying to charge hourly, I mean, for gamers, that's a bad thing. But I know people who are either like the girls in relationships with guys who are gamers, or parents who might not want their kids on the game so long. This might be an excuse to get them off the game because nobody's gonna pay that many hours to play. You know what I'm saying? If this is even really, really true, but that's a crazy rumor, bro. That is a crazy rumor, man. And hopefully that is definitely not the case. Uh Only the games that came out on third. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like I know PS5 will have it, PS4, I'm assuming would have it too. I guess PS3, but GTA 6 is around the corner. God damn, people for how the grind was on GTA 5, going to GTA 6, you want to put that time in, or I'm already locking it down. Like that's why I'm not playing so much games now, because when a new one come out, I want to be able to have a fresh new jump right into playing this whole thing and seeing what GTA 6 has to offer. But if they start putting an hourly thing on it, then that's gonna clip my gaming experience. That's gonna clip my time I'm putting into it. It's fun. GTA is a dope ass game, man. And it's easily to go in for 3 hours and think it was just a 30-minute run. What? That's 3 hours? I thought that shit was 30, 45 minutes. You've been on the game playing. Now that's clocked in time. Besides the already online microtransactions you got to do. You remember that, Eric? Yeah. Shout out to you. What's good? Cool. What's good? Andrew in here. What's good? James, if you're still in here, what's good? Yeah. I mean, that glitch was definitely fun. At first it was something that nobody knew. Like we didn't know that it was a Rockstar glitch, because it was nothing that I did or my friends did. It was just a bounty that came up. It would say some crazy number, and if you went and killed that person, you got that money. And I don't know who did that, when they did it, but that was a dope ass thing, bro. But they for sure nerfed it and fixed that. But for them to go in the direction of this, I think it's bananas and pajamas, man. Hopefully that's not the case, bro. Hopefully that's not the case. Like I said, this is what's been reported by a few people, but then it's also been reported by a few sources or people. that the guy didn't say that. He's denying saying that. Microtransact, that whole hourly pay thing was like a rumor. But even in the report that All City said is they're thinking about doing it. Even having the thought of it is not good, bro. What are you doing? Even having the thought of it is not good. What are you doing, bro? Like that just don't make no sense at all. No sense at all. You know what I mean? New video on Bobby Thrift today. Going to Ross at night. Found some more good stuff there. Those Air Max 1 Puerto Ricos, those LeBrons. Um, Definitely a good trip. Night runs to Ross, not so bad, especially late night runs, Um, I don't know if the competition is long gone and went home or what, but the last few times I went at night, later at night, I was able to find something I was looking forward to or something I thought was pretty good. These LeBrons, even though it's a grade school size, I know men's sizes are popping up, just like those Jordan 6 are popping up, but in bigger sizes. You know, um, I think that's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna drive the event away the advantage consumer. Yeah, the average consumer. You're right. Yeah, because a lot of people are not gonna want to pay for that. You know, a lot of people probably will though. And that little bit who does it is gonna make them just keep it there. If they do it one time, if they do it and people start messing with it, there's no reason they're gonna stop because people will I mean, there will be still some people playing, man. If you got 5 million people playing the game, I think 1 million people would still play and they're happy with that. You know? Damn, man, what is this coming to? What is this coming to, bro? Cash counting all day. It is what it is. I understand it, but no, not that. Leave it at just the microtransactions and it gets the DLC stuff. But I do, you might feel a little bit behind. I heard something crazy on Call of Duty too. Like I have the game, still haven't played it, but I hear there's something crazy with the microtransactions in that game too, as far as how much you have to pay and how you have to pay to keep your prestige up or keep something up. I don't know for sure because I don't play the game. But that was one thing that I saw that I was like shocked about. Wanted to talk about it just to see what was going on because that to me don't make any sense at all, bro. And hopefully it's a rumor that stays a rumor and doesn't cause anything to affect us. Hopefully it's a rumor and it stays a rumor and it does not happen. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm over here setting up something else while I'm talking. So we got some more stuff going on with this whole Nike watch situation. There's a lot of things going on, man, these last couple of days. Josh Giddey's career is probably done. Rumor is I think OKC let him go. Josh Giddey, what are you doing, bro? The girl was 16. You're in the league. There's so many women that you could get that's not 16, not a teenager. I know I've heard some people say Oklahoma City's age consent is different, but nah, you can't even. I don't even think that is the case. And why would people say that? You sound weird trying to use that as an excuse or trying to back that up. That just don't make no sense. There's plenty of girls in Oklahoma that's of age that he could have talked to, or any other state or city. What is going on? Like, and then he posted it, and I don't know, man. I think these people, man, these people out here are pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. Josh Giddey under fire for reporting involved an underage girl with an underage girl. She's 15 and a junior in high school. He's doing too much, bro. Like, Giddey, what are you doing? Josh Giddey, what are you doing, bro? They say he got a lot in common with Karl Malone. I'm like, come on, man. Don't bring Karl back up into this. I mean, I guess. Like, see, what is this, Josh? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Yes, the answer is yes. Say he's talked to the friend or the sister or the brother. He was talking to the brother. I don't know, man. I just think this is crazy that this girl does TikToks out there. She's flaunting that she was with. Like, what are you doing? what are you doing? It doesn't make any sense, bro. I can't believe that he would allow this to happen just because he's cool with the brother, talks to the brother or whatever he said. There's conversations, there's been video leaks and all kinds of other stuff. But this is just a topic that is it's gonna send some shockwaves through the league. This just came out within the last, like, what, I think yesterday, maybe earlier today. I don't know exactly when this for sure dropped, but I saw it on my timeline today and I just like, what? OKC got a good young squad with him included. Him, Chet, SGA, the other guy, like Josh, 16-year-old, bro. And the fact, it's just terrible all the way around, bro. I'm speechless with it because it's like it just don't make no sense. You're so young in the league, my dude. Why you have to get what's? It don't make no sense. There's nothing about this that makes sense to me. But I was trying to get to this part over here because we have this whole thing going on with the the stores out there in
dramatic.
A lot of people are fed up with what's been happening because they've been getting robbed a lot. Watts, Nike have been getting robbed a lot out there recently. They said 10 times within the last like month or two. Yeah, it says Nike community store made headlines after being constantly robbed, constantly robbed. Was in Watts, Los Angeles. It happened around 10 times in the same exact location. And now they say locals are getting involved, which I'm curious because that could be dangerous. And as I saw a clip, I checked out this report like a couple seconds, and something that I saw was kind of crazy is they doing this with other things around to stop them from doing it, but it's still happening. Let's go. Let's see what they're saying. Damn, man.
Dramatic video tonight of a mob taking everything not nailed down at a Nike store in South LA. Store employees say this isn't the first time this has happened and might have been the same group. KCAL News reporter Lori Perez is live outside the Nike community store in Wadsworth.
Of course, it's the same group.
But still, Lori.
Well, Pat, this store has been hit so many times, despite the fact that there is an LAPD trailer set up literally feet from the entrance.
That's the part that I think is crazy. But you know what I hear all the time is that a lot of the crime happens right up under the noses of where the cops are at. Like, for example, I hear there's a lot of crime that happens around homes that are around police stations. Like when you got a police station down the street, there's a lot of shit happening around there, which don't make no sense. How's there so much heat there when there's law enforcement on deck? But apparently they realize nobody's probably in there. It's probably just surveillance. And if you're coming masked up and gloved up, they can't really do nothing if they don't know it's you, But the times that I've been here, there's cops flying around the parking lot looking for anybody who looking suspicious, So the fact that they're doing it with this police thing set up right there is crazy. I mean, I don't know if this was there that day it happened. They're making it seem like it probably was, but that is, let's go.
It is totally out of control here, so much so that some locals say they are willing to get involved to help stop it themselves. Tonight in this parking lot, neighbors are set up on one side of the parking lot as an LAPD car with officers are patrolling on another side. It's the latest stunning video of a flash mob theft. This time, a group clearing out the Nike community store in Watts, throwing stacks of shoes and armfuls of clothing into trash bags they used to carry out the loot. LAPD says just before 6 p.m. Sunday, 17 suspects rushed into the retailer and rushed out with about 12 grand in product. They released these photos, hoping someone recognizes a face.
Man, listen. Can y'all recognize these people? I mean, if they did something smart, they did something smart, which is, what they did right there. You can't tell who these people are. You can see a little bit at the front, but can you tell who that guy is? The first picture they showed was the back of somebody. If you guys can identify, oh yeah, I know that sweater that a million people have as well. There was only one girl who looked like she wasn't too covered up. And when I talked about it before originally, I'm like, I feel like she just joined the party. But maybe maybe she was with him. It was a girl in like a red top and something, like she didn't have her skin and everything covered up. It didn't even look like she had anything on her face, but we saw from like the side to behind, so we couldn't really tell. But it looked like there was one girl who wasn't really covered up like all these people. And they said 17 people ran in there. That is crazy. And if anybody, that's the part they're saying that people are going to try to stand by. The reason, like that, the pedestrians are going to stand by and help. That could be dangerous because the reason why the security doesn't do nothing, and he's right there to be paid for what, I don't know. But the reason why security don't do nothing is because they don't want to risk the chance of those guys doing something to the security, and now either him lifeless or being injured, because you don't know if these guys got knives on them, maybe guns. So if you're a regular pedestrian not getting paid to be on the premises or stop these guys, what if they stomp you out? What if they stab you up before they leave? What if something like that happens? You over here trying to be a good Samaritan. I'm not saying they shouldn't be, but you don't know what these guys are prepared to do as far as self-defense, not wanting to go away. Because if one person gets caught, they're going to get pinned for all this stuff, especially if they don't tell. So, like, that's why you don't see no patrons here trying to help. They might be shocked and overwhelmed by it, but so many of them, you've seen videos before of people getting stomped out and jumped and people getting away from that. You know what I mean? Do these guys live close to the spot? Or do they come from a little distance to come down there and make this happen?
Or the clothing. Investigators say it's at least the 10th time it's happened at this very store, 24 hours after the latest hit.
I just think it's sad. It's sad that this is what it's come to.
Some paying customers are shaking their heads in frustration as others
It's just embarrassing, man.
say they're ready to do more than that. This group was camped out in the Nike parking lot tonight.
So now, guess what? We patrolling right here. And this we gonna be at. It gotta stop, and we gonna put a stop to it. We don't need no police involved. We're gonna take it to the streets.
Tough talk from locals who are taking.
Whoa, okay, all right. Maybe I stand corrected. Okay. You're gonna take it to the streets. Okay. All right. Saying you're gonna take it to the streets, that's a little different. She looks like she might have had an affiliation with something. I don't know what, I don't know who. All right. Go take it to the streets. All right. I got that. Shout out to everybody joining. Rich, Juan, Steph, Banks, what's good with you guys? Hopefully you guys all enjoyed your everybody here enjoyed your turkey day with your people. You know what I'm saying? Got some good food. Okay, we don't need no police, no nothing. We gonna take it to the streets. I mean, because it is embarrassing for the community, the people who live there, the normal people who live there, who would like to have nice stuff in their areas. That's the whole point. You want to have these nice things in your area, like a Nike outlet, a Ross down the street, a Target, a Chick-fil-A. You want your area to be something that you're happy to live in, especially if you're there. I mean, gentrification has goods and bads to it for the locals. If you're local and your area has been trash, you get a couple of nice things in there to make your, okay, I could get access to these things here in my area. You know what I mean? The other part of gentrification is the trash part of how they trying to build up new things and then raise the property value to move the people who live there out and push them other places. That's the part about gentrification that sucks. But the good part about getting new things in your area, like a Nike outlet or a new Ross that has product, or Target or whatever else that upgrades your stuff, I don't have to go 10 miles to get to it's not the best food, but I don't have to go 10 miles to get to a Chick-fil-A. It's down the street. It's around the corner. I don't have to go, 30 miles or 30 minutes to go get to a Nike outlet. There's one down the street or around the corner. You know what I'm saying? You want to have these things in your area. The other effective is the other part of gentrification, like I just said, where they raise the property value around that area to move people out, to bring another crowd in. That you know what that is with the gentrification. Usually it's in those areas. Watts. I mean, gentrification's happening everywhere, but for sure in those spots, what the whole process is behind it. It's not really to just only make the area better, it's to get the people who live there out of there. And we're not going to play blind to that. You know what I mean? That's for sure what that, I think, what the bottom line or the underlying thing is. But we'll pick up the area first, put some new stuff there. People who live in there who were able to afford it at the time is happy, like, oh shit, yeah, okay, cool, I'm happy. But then their building gets sold to some company that now raises the rent, not $20, not $60, but maybe $250. Rent is $250 now, higher. People can't really take care of that, so then they move out. But people from other states, other parts of California, moving to the area who can afford that. They there. They usually don't look like the people who was just living there. And there you got gentrification, bro. But that happens all over the place. I just think that this is yeah, trying to play Superman. That's what I'm saying. It looked like the girl who spoke up, she might be affiliated with something around there, you know? So I don't know. I'm not trying to judge her, but the way she came about it, what she said, I feel like, I feel like that's hood. I feel like the hat to the back, red hat, when they say you don't need no police, nothing, we're gonna take it to the streets. That's what I assume, but people feel like it's embarrassing because that means y'all, it looks bad on the people who live there who are about some positivity in it. You know what I mean? All these guys look really young doing it too. So it's like the new young people out here causing recklessness in the streets. It's something that a lot of people aren't liking. But it's stuff that people have to deal with, I guess, until I don't know.
To do more than that, this group was camped out in the Nike parking lot tonight.
So now,
my thing is, why were they camped out at the Nike parking lot at night? They're not breaking into the store when stores not open. They're doing it when the store's open in broad daylight or at night. Whenever they're doing it, you don't know exactly. Now that they know you're there, they're not gonna come there now. Now that they know people are there waiting for them, they're not gonna come there now. They're gonna wait until nobody's there and then go do it then, because these guys are doing it during the store hours. So is Nike gonna pay y'all to be there, be patrol? I doubt it. And like you said, Steph's playing hero, but they are kids. I don't know if they armored or not, or have anything on them. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's funny, bro. It's not funny. It's just interesting. It's not funny. It's just it's not the business, bro.
It's just embarrassing, man.
Say they're ready to do more than that. This group was camped out in the Nike parking lot tonight.
So now, guess what? We patrolling right here, and this is where we gonna be at. It gotta stop, and we gonna put a stop to it. We don't need no police involved. We're gonna take it to the streets.
Tough talk from locals who are taking the targeting personally.
Yeah, I'm born and raised right here. You know what I'm saying? So like, y'all take it from me.
Why is it frustrating to you?
Because we ain't the one doing it and we live here. But if they come right here while we right here, they won't be the ones doing it either.
Right.
Oh, so it's, like I said, it could be people coming from other hoods, coming into their hood. And like, we're not doing this in our hood, which makes y'all think y'all can come here. What makes you guys think you can come from this area or that area, come to our area and tax the place? We're not even taxing the place. I know y'all know before, back in the day, people used to get taxed and, what's the other word? Extorted. Y'all don't want no. I mean, maybe this might start to set that up. The people who's in the lobby or who's here in the parking lot might one day talk to one of the managers like, yo, man, if y'all want to keep it protected and not have this happen, we need a little something on the side. Maybe give me some pandas for free or something. Like, and we got y'all. I mean, this is where that type of stuff starts to happen, but the police being right there, I doubt it, but that's where that starts to happen. If y'all don't want this stuff to be here no more, we're not going to be wasting our time here for free to help y'all out if you're not going to help us out. People can take it that way. You can't control how people are acting these days. You might have a few people who are level-headed, but there might be some other ones who aren't so level-headed. Times are getting harder for a lot of people. We are getting closer to Christmas. Everybody needs something, one way or another. These guys can't stay here and patrol the parking lot every day, all day, especially not for free. What are the cops going to help them out? Like, they don't work together with cops. But the part of what they're saying is like, I'm from here, and they seem like they tapped into the people in their area to know that it's not coming from their area who's doing it. So these guys are riding down from other hoods, other cities. That's where it can get kind of tricky. You know what I mean? That's where it gets even more, kind of disrespectful. Not only to the store, but now you disrespecting that area of Watts. You know what I mean? Coming from another area, coming to our area to do this here. Go to this one, go to that one. Don't come to here. I don't know, man.
We see that.
Just last month, LA County leaders touted the success of the recently formed Organized Retail Theft Task Force, made up of sheriff's deputies, LAPD, and the feds, saying since its start in August, the team has made 89 arrests and recovered more than $370,000 in stolen merchandise. Until those efforts reach Watts, some who live here say they are going to help protect their own.
Look, take a look. We look good. We finally doing something. They need to just leave us alone. They need to go about their business. Don't ever come back here. This community already rough. They just making it look bad.
Yeah, see, she even spoke on it. Like, look, we got this here. We got this here. It's looking better. We've been here for the longest without having anything, and now you want to come here and mess that up. Like I feel them on that point. That's what I'm saying. Like you do want your area to look better than it has, even though a few years down the road that might come back to bite you because what they're gonna try to do. But at the same time, like nah, don't come to our area and do this, man. Don't come. And why are they having a press conference about this at Citadel? That looks like Citadel, the Citadel outlets. Has it been happening at Citadel too? I haven't seen no videos of it happening at Citadel, so I'm just curious why they at Citadel. Maybe just because of the area. I don't know. I'm rewinding the back just to hear a little bit more, or hear it again if it loads up right. Now we want to have fun. Now we want to have issues. I just think this thing is crazy, bro. At the end of the day, yeah, so we're gonna trip on me. All right, cool. Continue to trip. Yeah, man. If it keeps happening, I would think something like that could happen. A lot of people are saying that by it happening so many times, the stores losing business, losing money. Who's to say that they don't close that location down? But then again, Nike is so backed up with stuff. They have a lot of inventory already. I think they're going to fight to keep that open. I don't think it would be closed that soon, but if it keep happening, it seemed like that would be the only way for it to happen. They're going to probably lose more money than they would gain on sales. When they recover $300,000 of stolen goods, does that go back on the Nike shelves, or does that now go to Ross and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times stuff is held for evidence. They might have recovered it, but did they return it yet? Because they still got to hold it for evidence for whatever main case they got to have. I don't understand it, bro. Yeah, I didn't cook nothing. I didn't cook anything. Went over to went over to my girl's friend's house or girl's sister's house, and they made food there. So there was some good eats, some smoked turkey. I definitely cheated on all of my diet stuff today. You know what I mean? And I knew this was gonna happen. I said it because you don't go to people's places and not eat. They feel like it's rude. So I did eat some smoked turkey, some yams, some mac and cheese, some stuffing. I definitely tore that up. But on Monday we're going back. Not Monday, but tomorrow we're going back to my diet. I won't be eating till like 4 or 5. I'll eat my 2 salads around then. But next week I'm trying to get back onto the long-term fasting, so we see how that's gonna go. But I had to make sure I had a cheat day today, because today of all days should be the cheat day, right? Oh, and can't forget the greens. Collard greens was in there too. But yeah, me personally, I didn't cook anything. Yeah, them posting up at Nike's dope, but how long could they do it for? Yeah, mac and cheese, man. I had a little bit of the mac and cheese on my plate. That was the smallest amount of something I had. When I went back for seconds, I didn't get no more mac and cheese. Stuff is good, but not good for me. You know what I'm saying? Especially how they made it all thick and creamy, Paws. Like, it's too much cheese. It is good though, but I just fell back from that, bro. Had a small amount. Didn't have no cranberry sauce, which is something I usually like to get, but a lot of people don't like it no more, especially the one in the can and stuff. People don't like that no more. It's kind of like almost like an old school dessert for Thanksgiving. I thought it was pretty good. I used to love the cranberry sauce, but a lot of people I know right now don't really like it, which is cool because whatever. But overall, a good day. A good day. They got Xboxes for $3.99 at Walmart. Anybody going to hit up some stores tonight? Or is that whole process dead? Midnight, they let people run into the store. It's 12:30 right now, so if it is happening, it probably already happened. But yeah, man, that's crazy. It's good to see people want to step up and do something about it and help out their area. And I think see, this is the part about it. Like I felt like it was people from the hood doing it, like from that own area doing it. But what that girl said and what those people said, it makes me think that that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's from their own area doing it, then they're not gonna care because like it's the inside job. It's what they doing. But them probably tapping in with the younger people in their hood and realizing that it's not coming from their hood. Are they like, no, who gonna come to our turf and steal? It's just like, any other game. You doing work on this block. Somebody can't come on your block and mess that up, especially if they're not from there. So that's why they realized it wasn't they little homies doing it, and they're like, "No, we got to put a dead. We gonna stop this." So why did there after hours though? That's the part I'm tripping off of because nobody did it's boarded up, it's locked up. Like ain't nobody gonna come at nighttime when it's closed. Ain't nobody gonna come in at there when it's closed. I'm trying to see if there was something at the end of it that I didn't catch or that I missed. Hold up. I could be probably not, but I'm like, what is there? Let me see. Helpful Honda, hilarious. I will be hitting up I will be hitting up a couple spots tomorrow. For content purposes. I think hopefully I'll feel even, better, more energy tomorrow. To go see what's up with it. We'll check out some spots. Got some video concepts that I want to execute too, and I realize tomorrow is Black Friday, so I definitely got to go out and do that. But yeah, man, will be not any spots like that, not no Walmarts and trying to catch the last doorbuster deals and stuff. I'm not doing that. But to go see what more deals might be there. I was just out yesterday. I don't think there's gonna be too many more deals than what was out yesterday because it's like everybody doing their pre-Black Friday sales earlier because everybody need to get rid of product.
As others,
It's just embarrassing, man.
say they're ready to do more than that. This group was camped out in the Nike parking lot tonight.
So now, guess what? We patrolling right here. And this where we gonna be at. It gotta stop, and we gonna put a stop to it. We don't need no police involved. We're gonna take it to the streets.
Tough talk from locals who are taking the targeting personally.
Yeah, I'm born and raised right here. You know what I'm saying? So like y'all take it from me.
Why is it frustrating to you?
Because we ain't the one doing it and we live here. But if they come out here while we right here, they won't be the ones doing it either.
Right.
Guarantee that.
Just last month, LA County leader
Guarantee that. Guarantee that. We ain't doing it. And if they come here, they ain't gonna be doing it either. Guarantee that. What does he mean by that?
leaders touted the success of the recently formed Organized Retail Theft Task Force, made up of sheriff's deputies, LAPD, and the feds, saying since its start in August, the team has made 89 arrests and recovered more than $370,000 in stolen merchandise. Until those efforts reach Watts, some who live here say they are going to help protect their own.
Look, take a look. We look good. We finally doing something. They need to just leave us alone. They need to go about their business. Don't ever come back here. This community already rough. They just making it look bad.
Now, police say store workers think it is the same group of 15 to 20-year-olds who keep targeting this very same store.
15 to 20-year-olds, because if they get caught, they don't get too much time. Juvenile stuff, you know what I mean? So, I mean, even though the money probably, even if they got charged with the hefty 300,000 or whatever, they're still juvenile, so they'll get out what's juvenile life, 21, 23, some shit like that. So they still have a lot of life to live. You know what I mean? Not to say that that's cool, but that's how they look at it. That's why the big homies make the little homies do it, because if they get caught, they still got more to live for, more to do. They're not, their life's not completely done. You know what I mean? That's why they always have the younger ones to do these type of things. So, if they got caught, it's, some little time as opposed to being a full adult, being older and getting like years. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
I'm Lori Perez. KCON News, back to you.
Okay, so that was pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We gotta see. You know what I mean? Oh man, what's next? McRibs. I need to slow down on the McRibs. Been eating that like crazy since they came back. Yeah, bro. I mean, hey, bro. Shout out to you, Steps. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell nobody nothing. You do what you do, but the McRib, bro, what is the rib? What is the rib from? What part of what animal is the McRib from? I don't know where it's from. You know, the filet of fish, I don't know what that is either. But hey, hey man, you do what you do. But man, the McRib, I remember when that came out a long time ago. You know, people was really on that, you know. The McRib, bro. Definitely. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Um, seen a couple shoes too that I thought was pretty unique. You know, we got some more Barclays out here. Barclays ain't getting a lot of love if it's not the original colorway, but people like myself who like the shoe can appreciate this. I think it's a pork rib. Oh, okay. Even okay. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. Yeah, that's the part. 17 people. But I mean, they make it seem like they're gonna be having some heat there. You know, but if them 17 people got it too, it could be a shootout. But come on, man, over Nike clothes, just go to another look. I mean, just stop doing it or go to another location. But I don't know, man. That's an unfortunate situation all the way around. These Barclays are pretty, you know, I'm not mad at them. It's not something that I would have to have in my collection, even though I love Barclays. And this colorway is pretty solid. You know, they always use good materials on the Barclays. After seeing the Bark Brown or Bark Brown, whatever it's called, seeing that in hand, it does look good. It does have good quality on it too. Wasn't a colorway that I had to have. But these Barclays, they come out in so many colorways, will be ones down the line. I'd be like, oh shit, I remember when that dropped, or when did it drop? That was dope. And it'll be priced differently than it is now. Video dropping tomorrow on the main channel. Checking out the prices in the stores. I mean, it's Black Friday too, so it kind of makes sense. But here's the catch. A lot of the stuff that I saw, you know, there are red tags. Some things are red tag. But one thing that I've noticed, I've said it before, but I kind of did a video dedicated to it, is the fact that you definitely will be better off, for the most part, buying the shoes online than buying the shoe in store. When it comes to getting a shoe your specific size, like you can definitely come up at the outlets, right? But it's not a guarantee you will find your size. But if you trust places like, you know, StockX, GOAT, Macari's, and different places like that, I would say StockX and GOAT because there's a little bit more of a trust factor kind of with it. Trust good and bad, but a little bit more of a solid, you know, you might feel a little bit more confident buying from there, right? A lot of the stores a lot of the shoes you're seeing that you would go to the store and buy for Christmas gifts, you can find them cheaper online. New releases, older releases, and it's kind of crazy. I mean, that's the case. Like I said, you can go to the outlet and probably find a shoe here or there, but it's not guaranteed to be in your size. But if you want to get a shoe in your size and under the retail, you can go to StockX, and for the most part, make that happen. I show a lot of examples of that too. A lot of the different shoes, that's the case. And from my experience of seeing some things in the outlets or seeing people's posts about things that are in the outlets, it's still cheaper on the line online, which is crazy. Yeah, that's definitely something to consider, especially nowadays. Also, it's all explained in the video though, but yeah, it's interesting how these prices are being online compared to in store, even with the store having red tags. And then, you know, there's these options that they give us now on YouTube. I think only on my main channel I have that, where it's like a product page. If you go to one of my videos, like for example, my next video dropping tomorrow, right next to the like and dislike button, there's that shopping bag icon. I've been doing on a lot of my recent videos. And shout out to some of you guys, because some people have been buying products using the products I posted, because sometimes I might be able to post some shoe colorways that are not in the store yet and might only be online, you know. So I think that's pretty dope how YouTube's kind of added that little product page there. So when you watch the videos, if you see something you like, there's a chance that it might be available right from the video. But it still might be a better option to go to GOAT or StockX to get it for cheaper. And for the most part, I'm saying StockX because that's where a lot of people trust more as the marketing for, or the price point or the standard price point for shoes. But definitely consider that, man. Any one of these shoes that's coming out right now that you're like, oh, when I see it in the store, I'm a copy. Look on StockX, man. You know, not all the shoes are being fugazi or stuff like that. It's usually more of the higher end shoes and stuff that you might have the issue with. It's not a guarantee you'll get a fake. I mean, everybody's been messing up. There's people who have been getting some bad pairs of the Gratitudes, you know. So just do your research on certain products when it comes to shopping for something. You don't always have to, get it from the store. you know, this message here was to Josh Giddey. Shout out to the T-Rex.
He got away with it. But he ain't get away with it.
He ain't get away with it, though. He got away with it for a second, but he ain't get away with it. Shout out to T-Rex, man. One of the best battle rappers out there, bro. Giddey, man, what are you doing, bro? I'm only going to dibble in that every now and then because I don't want to highlight that. That is in the title because it is a popular thing going on right now. A big shocking thing. You can see it's trending right here on sports. 121K posts about Josh Giddey. Can't believe that dude allowed that. Like, what is he doing, bro? I can say that a million times. Cosmic Unity 3, definitely a dope colorway. On sale for $92 online. You're definitely not going to see that inside Foot Locker or Nike. Even though Nike's having this Black Friday sale, I did look at some of that. 60% off certain things, 40% off certain things. It could be me. Maybe I didn't do enough research and look at a lot of things. I didn't see too many things that was really worth. Like, oh, I gotta have that for 60%. Like, they putting the weak shit on there for the low with the discounts. They're not putting nothing that you want. I didn't see any of the Jordan 1s 50-60% off on the website. Maybe I missed that. You know, they draw you in with the 60% stuff, but it's on kid clothes or regular generic graphic t-shirts. Like, who are y'all fooling? But they're gonna fool a lot of people because people have been shopping there. If you guys have scooped up something from there, let me know. Like, what's the best things that you guys scooped up with these whole little discounts they got going on, 60% or whatever else. It's so funny because I mean, you know, we've been doing this sneaker stuff for a while as far as going around to the outlets and, you know, Ross's and stuff like that, and seeing these things for heavily, you know, priced so much cheaper before. You know, a shoe that was normally $180 be priced at like $125, $130 with 30% off, 40% off, but now it's still priced at $180 with 30% off. It's like, that's cool, but like, y'all played us, and we've seen that transition. If you follow the channel for a minute, we've seen how they've been doing that. So that's why the whole thing of seeing what's better to buy in store or not was kind of more prevalent in my mind to do it because of that fact. People are still doing that though. They still will pay the full retail when you just don't got to do it. If you like those reimagined ones, you can get them for $120 on StockX before fees. So it'll be like $140, $150 maybe afterwards. In certain places. You know what I mean? What's that cat? You know? I also noticed this thing about Chris Paul, and I guess he's always had an issue with Scott Foster. I don't know, man. He said that the ref said something about his son. What did he say about his son? I'm not saying I don't believe it. I absolutely do. I'm curious to see what he said. But to make it personal with the player is kind of wild. You know, and then to bring up, you know, family members is kind of wild. It's just like the family member who was sitting courtside at a game and told LeBron that his son was going to die in a car accident. Like, what are these people thinking? Why you can't just leave it to the player? Why you got to take it to the family? Especially, you know, their kids. I mean, I guess, you know, that's the way they really make them hurt, but this is a game, a sport. It should never be taken that deep. CP3 says it's personal with Scott Foster and involves his son, Chris Paul. I guess Chris Paul Jr. He also had a private meeting CP3 also reveals he had a private meeting with his dad, Scott, Doc Rivers, and Bob Delaney about it during the tenure when he was with the Clippers. Yeah, when he was with the Clippers, there was some issues that he had before then, and there's that rumor or not rumor, but every time that guy refs a Chris Paul game, you can kind of expect him to lose. It's been going on for a long time. Shouldn't make it so personal, bro. What did Chris Paul do to really strike the chord with Scott Foster? But Scott Foster would never come out and speak about it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the league wouldn't let him come out and speak about it. You
were chirping at Scott Foster a bit, so I was wondering, Giddey didn't contact you, went to the line, you were.
Yeah, it's personal. Yeah, we had a situation some years ago, and it's personal. You know what I mean? Like, the league everybody knows, it's been a meeting and all that, and it's just a situation with my son, and so it's, yeah,
What's the situation with the son, though? What does he keep saying to him about his kid? I don't remember ever hearing something like this before when it comes to a referee talking about somebody's kid. And for this to happen back when he was with the Clippers, it's been going for a long time. What is he saying? Like, your son's never going to make it here. Your son this. What is he saying? I mean, regardless of what he's saying, it's all bad, but why? But why and what?
Yeah, so I'm okay with a ref talking, saying whatever, saying just don't use the tech to get your point across. You know what I mean? So I got to do a better job making sure I stay on the floor for my teammates. But yeah, that's that.
So you said it's a situation with your son?
Yeah, they know what it is. He know what it is too. So
we don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's just I had a meeting with him, my dad, Doc Rivers, Bob Delaney, and all that. So yeah, him too. With the Clippers. So it was a whole thing, man, but it's still been a thing for a while. So I ain't saying nothing to get fined, huh? Yeah, it is what it is at this point.
What were your feelings at the beginning of the game when you heard it?
Yeah, that's crazy. And like I said, they always say every time Scott Foster refs a Chris Paul game, his team loses because of just the way he calls the game against the team. Even when he got thrown out of the last game, it didn't really make a lot of sense why he did. But I guess Chris Paul got mad because I guess he said something else about his son again. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? Like, what's the point of you targeting Chris Paul's son like that? Yeah, man. That makes a lot of sense, bro. That makes a lot of sense. And what do you say about that, man? It lets you know that the game is somewhat corrupted, man. These referees feel like they the main show of the game, I guess, when they're really not the case.
You were tripping.
Hold up. Shout out to Memphis Bleak, but that's gonna get me. That video playing is gonna make my thing messed up. Hold on a second. Yeah, that referee is definitely looking kind of crazy out here doing that to the homie Chris Paul, or not the homie, I don't know him, but you know what I'm saying? I think the league is gonna take, I feel like, even though Chris Paul's head of players, either head or was head of the Players Association, so like what, like he's a high ranking member in the league. What did the guy do? What did he say to him? What did the guy do? Like, what's really going on here? Scott Foster's crazy. And other quick news. I just want to say something really quick. Snoop Dogg tricked everybody with this whole "I'm not smoking" shit, right? He was promoting a smokeless pits a smokeless fire pit. Promoting a smokeless fire pit. Hold on again. Yeah. Snoop Dogg got us all, or got a lot of people. He got me too. He got me too, right? He got me in the sense of I thought he really stopped. Yeah, hold on. Little technical issues. We're gonna fix this stuff pretty soon though. Alex, what it do? Alex, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, man, been some time removed since the surgery, bro. But yeah, that was a crazy time in my life for sure. I appreciate you rocking with me for that long, man. You definitely seen when I had the leg up. Pause. See me when I had the cast on and everything, man. That shit was not fun at all. So I mean, I was laughing at old boy, but that, you know, I feel for the dude, but it was just funny how he fell. But that Achilles stuff is not no joke, especially having that thing not having access to it. It's like a flat tire. Wow. Oh, ACL told me that. Oh, how did your recovery go with the ACL, man? Because that's a serious thing too. Serious part of the function of the leg for damn sure, bro. But yeah, what I was saying, you know, Snoop Dogg announcing that. You had a couple other rappers or entertainers saying the same thing. I was doing mine before that. Before I knew anything about a Snoop Dogg trying to do that. Because I had some people in the comments on my video talking about why I stopped smoking. Everybody want to be Snoop Dogg. No, nigga. No, not the case at all. I did it my own self well before that because I wanted to. There was no other influence. It's just something I realized and I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I still deal with the edibles a little bit, but even not so much of that, you know. But yeah, it's funny how Snoop Dogg did that all for the bag. I mean, I'm pretty sure he got a pretty good money endorsement deal. That's why he did it. But it sucks because you know, you think somebody was growing, you know what I'm saying, and doing something different with their life. Even if the way he said it, I talked to my family, serious considerations of it. You know, you say that, it seems like either something's wrong with him personally, he want to get ahead of it, or that he was serious. But now you got the boy who cried wolf. Now if he really ever does it, nobody gonna believe him. And it's just like, why, bro? Why ask why? Why do it, man? Why do it? Feeling better now, better and better, better than ever. That's dope. Hopefully you had the good rehab that you needed to for the ACL. You know, yeah, that stuff is crazy, man. Them ligaments in them knees and ankles and legs is no joke. And until you have that type of surgery, you really don't know it till you, you know what I mean? I feel like your injury, ACL was far more painful than mine. Cause I didn't really feel no pain when my shit popped. I didn't feel no pain. It just felt like somebody kicked me and then I had a flat tire. I couldn't walk on it. But ACL, that comes with pain for sure. So shout out to you for that in your recovery. You know, glad it's feeling better than ever because sometimes it don't work out like that for people. You know what I mean? Sometimes it don't work out like that for people. So shout out to you for that. Let's see. Yeah, get that out of here because I don't really care about it. Oh no, hold up. Go to post. Yeah, man. ACL is no joke, bro. How long were you out with that? How long did it take you to recover? Was it like a 6 months to a year type process for you? Cause I know that shit is, I know it does take a little while to recover from that. Dope colorway of this oh, okay, yeah. Stop playing ball after that. Yeah, I feel you. I stopped playing ball after that too, man. I'm so mad. I mean, it just had to happen because you can't afford for it to happen again. I do want to find a spot, get some shots up, just to do jump shots, and just be disciplined and not try to play. I won't play because I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? Especially going back out for the first time trying to go run, it's never going to work out for you. It's never going to work out, bro. Okay, 6 months before you got back to work, a whole year to work out again. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%, bro. That shit, oof. The ACL, no joke, bro. This Vomero University Blue, no joke either. I like this colorway right here. The shoe just looks dope, man. They got a lot of nice colorways with it. I don't know if these have 3 reflective hints on it. Usually they do. It's not looking like it right here, but it's definitely looking like a nice colorway for sure. Let me see where we at with it. I'm just checking some things out. Okay, making sure I was sharing. Definitely not a bad colorway on this Vomero 5, bro, for real. A lot of good shoes still coming out. A lot of good shoes and good colorways coming out too. You don't have to grab them when they first come out unless you have a particular size that's a little more in demand. But what's next for Josh Giddey? Is it official that he got released by OKC or not? I seen a post of him being released from the team, but since looking for that post again, it's been like deleted because it disappeared. So I don't know. Y'all have to let me know what y'all think. The best players in the NBA this season according to the global rating. So who came in with this? Hoops Hype? Let me know what y'all think about this list. Then they got Rudy Gobert at number 30. LaMelo Ball, 26. LeBron and AD, 12 and 13. Jokic, number 1. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, number 2. Joel Embiid, Luka, Kevin Durant, top 5. One American player in the top 5. It's not about American or not, but just want to see that because they are showing that the internationals are being pretty relevant in the league for sure. And the top 4 of them all weren't born in the country. Joel Embiid just became a U.S. citizen. Pretty crazy league right now. And the thing is about this, it seems pretty, accurate in a sense. I mean, I like Tatum, but I still feel like he has more to grow. But he's a good player though. But at least he's still in the top 10. He's number 7. Who would I move up? Anthony Edwards is solid too. Is he fit at a number 11? LeBron and AD, those I might have biased comments about them. I guess this factor, of course, this right here doesn't factor in the fact that LeBron is his age because it's not about the age. It's just about the best players according to global rating, how popular they are, like that. Global rating of what? List or just list? Anybody can come up with their own list. I guess global popularity. Is it global popularity? Is that what they mean? LeBron's popularity is still not top 5, but maybe. Curry shouldn't be 20. Out of all these other ones, Rudy, Kawhi, Tobias, Paolo, LaMelo, Chet, Scotty, Jalen, Porzingis, Paul George, Curry should definitely be higher. Curry definitely should be higher on the list. Curry should definitely be in the top 10 as far as popularity, influence, whatever you want to call it. Curry for sure should be top 10. There's no way that Karl Anthony Towns is more popular or more global influence than, because he's from another country, but still though, not more than Curry though. Sabonis over LeBron and AD. What is this? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Let me know what y'all think about this list. Who should be moved up higher or lower, or is this accurate? Because yeah, where's Kyrie? I mean, don't get me started on that. Kyrie not going to be on a lot of these lists. A lot of people don't like him. Still, he did ball out the other day though. Won the game for him against the Lakers. So I didn't get a chance to catch the game. I just saw the highlights, but he definitely won the game for the Mavericks, bro. LeBron did some BS at the end, trying to throw it to AD. That didn't look like that was even the right play to make when he makes the right play all the time. Like I be saying, man, when you see these players, these superstars doing these elementary mistakes, you got to scratch your head and just think twice, bro. Anybody ever hear about Ray Lipscomb, who used to play for the Raiders like years ago? An NFL player who got killed right after winning like the Super Bowl. I'm just curious if anybody ever heard of that. I think his name was either Ray Lipscomb or something Lipscomb. He used to play for the Raiders back in the day. I'm not going to look it up or Google it because it says some different things, but that's kind of why they don't let people bet on players in Vegas. But I don't know. Yeah, Kyrie's not on there. Kyrie's not on there. He should be on there. He was a Denver Bronco. Okay. Was he a Raider too or just a Denver Bronco? Or did he play on the Broncos against the Raiders? Killed on New Year's. Yeah. Rumor behind that is he was killed because he didn't participate in something he was supposed to participate in. Thinking about that is like when I was younger, I heard about it because like one of my good friends in my friend circle when we were like elementary age, that was his I think grandfather or yeah, I think it was his grandfather. Like yeah, my whatever he was, used to play football in the NFL, and he got killed. And the rumor behind that is just pretty much he didn't participate in something he was supposed to. I don't know, man. That shit's crazy. Darren Williams. I'm talking about Lipscomb is his last name, or Lipscomb. But Pop telling the crowd to shut up, stop booing Kawhi. Oh, we talking about something different. Okay. Yeah, the fans do have a right to boo. They come and pay their money. They can do what they want to. You pay your money. You come there to heckle the players, talk your shit to them. There's a line and a boundary, and booing is not that. Booing is definitely welcome at the games. Pop is old school. He kind of showed his age right there doing that. The thing that was so funny about it is he's like, hey, excuse me, guys, can we stop booing? And right when he said that, you heard boo. It's like right after, like, yeah, man, shut up, man. We ain't trying to hear that shit. I mean, that stuff is some years removed. They still got to hold on to that. But, to make it fun for them, let's go boo Kawhi. You know what I mean? The people who paying to go there and see that, maybe they wanted to pay to go see that just to do that. Pop thought him saying that was going to make them stop. But I promise you, when he said it, it wasn't like a bunch of cheers like, yeah, Pop, you're right. It was like, boo, right after that. I don't remember if after that in the rest of the game, if they continued to boo him, but I assume they did because when Pop said it, they still booed. They like booed Pop when he said it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's an interesting thing. I thought it was cool for Pop to do that, try to save face with Kawhi. I'm like, wait a minute, could that be considered tampering or something? The NBA is so strict on players talking about players and coaches talking about other players on other teams because it's like you're trying to set them up to come back because Kawhi is going to be up for a contract. Maybe Pop wants to bring Kawhi back to the Spurs for his last hurrah and teach Wembanyama some things and make Wembanyama's team good, and Wembanyama be the number one, Kawhi be number two. Is that why he's trying to do it? Is he trying to get Kawhi to come back? That would be the only reason. I mean, like, why? That's what I thought. That's where my brain went. I'm like, oh, maybe he might be trying to get Kawhi to re-up over there and not stay with the Clippers. We'll let you load manage because we know what that is with Duncan and all that. We did that before. We'll let you do it too. Come back, teach Wembanyama some of your tricks. Help me mentor this young guy. I thought that's what that was. I really thought that. Like, I thought that was cool. He did it. And then you see the pictures or video of Kawhi and Pop talking, having a really good, nice conversation. I'm like, yeah. Maybe Pop's trying to get Kawhi to come back to the Spurs in his career in San Antonio. You know what I mean? Because why else would he do it? Did it really bother him so much to do that? I feel like there was something behind that. Pop, you're not slick, bro. You're not slick. You're trying to get Kawhi to come back. He ain't leaving the Clippers. Yes, he is. He ain't leaving the Clippers, though. But Kawhi's like, if you leave, you got a home here, bro. We respect you, man. Let's let that go. That's what I feel. People do pay their hard-earned money to do what they want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, I think the Clippers will do well this season, bro. I think they got to get. I like the fact that they're all LA natives playing for the team. They're about to be in the Inglewood facility next year. That just looks and sounds good. You know what I mean? I think they got the monkey off their back, so they started they got like 2 wins in a row right now, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 3. I haven't really fully kept in tune, but I know they won a game and then won a game after that. And I think it was 3 games total now, but it could just be 2. Once they find a pecking order, they could be a great team. They're like the Cowboys as well and a few other teams. It's going to look good on paper. It's going to look good for the regular season. I don't expect them to go doing championship things like some people might try to say. It looks good on paper. Somebody get hurt. Somebody else will get hurt. Somebody else will get suspended. Or something wild will happen where it just won't be the same that it is right now. But for the regular season, they definitely should make the playoffs. I could see them being in the top 4, top 5 in the West. I can see them making the playoffs without having to play in the play-in game because, I mean, they did it last year, and I think they did it even before that. They haven't been in none of the play-in games, and they made the playoffs. 3 in a row, 4 for 6, 10th in the West. It's still early, so 10th in the West, I don't, I feel like that's kind of irrelevant, even though it does mean something being 10th in the West right now, but it is so early. It's not even December yet. So, yeah, 3 in a row. Maybe they found a little winning formula. They're going to be a problem at least to deal with in the regular season for sure. You can kind of count on that. You know what I'm saying? You can count on that. Regular season, they're going to be good. It's going to make this. It's going to fill the seats up. It's going to look good on paper. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but I don't see. I mean, I would love to see a deep playoff run. I always wanted to see Lakers and Clippers Western Conference Finals. I've always wanted to see that ever since Kawhi came out here. That would be a dope thing. All the games played in one building. Forget everybody else. You know what I mean? I think they could get a top 5 to 6 seed. Like, I think they will make the playoffs without having to play in. It's gonna go through Denver. That looks like it's the case. Denver's still definitely full steam ahead right now. But it is early in the season, man. A lot of things can happen. Anybody could get injured, come back from injury. We hate to say that. Right? Because you want things to work well. You want things to, be the way you want them to be. But Injuries happen, bro, and once injuries happen, it really kind of changes the level, the plans, the landfill. What's not landfill? I want to say landfill. The landscape. There we go. The landscape of that. You know, when people get injured, that's all it takes is an injury. All it takes is an injury or two, or a suspension. Draymond Green getting thrown out of it, thrown. But that's kind of his role that he's taking on right now. It seems like he likes to be the guy that hold up, we lagging. You know, so so we gotta see how that pans out. Yeah, man. Like I said, time flies by fast. If I was on GTA right now, it's already an hour of my time that I would have to pay for. No good, man. No good. One thing that's not good also is playing with guns. You got a gun, you don't have to show it off. You don't have to play and act like you're in a music video, act like you're a rapper. If you have a gun to protect yourself or your family, that's what it's there for. It's not there for you to act like you're in the game. You're hard, you know? Some people learn the hard way. Can't really play the music because I think it's copywritten. But you guys just get the
For your information, bitch, I told you that I'm educated. Ah, yeah, that's that monster.
What? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Gonna drive you crazy. Ah, when wildin'.
Whoa! He's shook. He is scared. She thought he killed himself or something. She's like, what the hell's going on, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing? He was feeling it too. He was feeling it too. When that thing went off, you almost saw his soul leave his body. He's like, he was shook. He was shocked. What are you doing, bro? What is going on with the people in the world today? What's this guy's, what song he listening to? I don't know.
That's that monster, that's that problem, baby.
He thought it was so cool, huh?
It gonna drive you crazy. Ah, when wildin'.
He the way he What is this dude doing, bro? Oh man, I thought that shit was funny. When I seen that, it was one of them it was one of them moments at the dude tearing his Achilles. I couldn't help but laugh, man. That shit was funny, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Semi-automatic pistols. Oh, that they should have safeties, right? Yeah, man. That I don't know what he was thinking. His life, his soul left his body when that gun went off. That flash, he was like, oh, he didn't know what. And I'm sure the people in the other room was like, they might have thought he took his life or something. Like, what the hell is this loud? And then where's that bullet go? Like, what if that bullet went into another room and killed somebody? That's crazy. I think that is crazy. It didn't say anybody got hurt, so luckily nobody did. But what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? People out here just want to be cool, bro. People out here just want to look and feel tough from the things you see on TV, I guess. That's what it is. You know, But come on, bro. Can we be smarter than that? Josh Giddey, can we be smarter than that? You know, like what's going on here? One thing I want to know what you guys think about is um that rapper Rod Wave. I've never been a fan of him like that, you know. I've seen I've seen people, you know, big him up, and a lot of people do like his music. A lot of people do like Rod Wave's music. I haven't been somebody who was a fan of it. I gave it a chance a little bit, but it wasn't my cup of tea, bro. No disrespect if y'all like him, that's good. You know, I'm sure he has some good music, but for some reason, his stuff it just seems like a little watered down or a little not copy and paste, but it just don't seem right. But I'm glad I've been vindicated on that guy because it's coming out right now that he's been taking a lot of people's lyrics, and that's something that's a no. But then again, nowadays people are kind of doing that and making it seem like it's the norm. A lot of the songs right now aren't really fully original, which I understand. Before, the song weren't fully original. They took samples from other songs, but the lyrics that they came up with was their own. Rod Wave is over here taking quotes or bars from people's songs word by word. Now, I heard J. Cole do that recently, but it's a different way. You know, J. Cole in the song with Gucci Man, it's the part where he say, drink what you want to drink, smoke what you want to smoke, choke what you want to choke, or whatever. And that's like a reference to one of the Jay-Z songs from the Streets is Watching soundtrack called It's All Right. But J. Cole is like a descendant of Jay-Z. That's a shout out. That's a big up to the homie type thing. Which if Rod Wave only did it one time, then you could see that. But Rod Wave will have an album, and like 7 of the songs, he got lyrics from 7 different rappers, bar for bar. Bootsy, Drake, who else was it? Jay-Z for sure. A couple other people too. I think that part is not that's not cool. He tried to say, I grew up to these people, man, and looking up to them. So, you know, I'm showing homage, but there's a way to go about it, bro. Use a little bit of it and add your own sauce to it. Don't use it word for word. And the fact that these are rappers rapping and you're singing, it almost looks really more like theft as opposed to a big up, because you're like singing the words they rapped and just like not doing anything else to make it making an acknowledgement. You doing it, making it seem like it's your own. People over here loving your words and knowing the words to your songs, but it's stolen from other people who a lot of these people who like weren't even born when those other rappers or some of them songs came out. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to a Jay-Z. I think that stuff is kind of trash. And I'm glad I never really got into his music, because I think that stuff is Milli Vanilli-ish, as they're coming out with the Milli Vanilli documentary or show. Milli Vanilli was big at one time. They was lip singing the whole time. That was crazy. They won Grammys and everything, not even really singing the songs. That was crazy. That's more extended to what Rod Wave is doing, but what he's doing, I don't approve that, bro. He tried to say I was just over here trying to big it up, but every song you trying to big it up, it's almost like the equivalent to every time the rapper Game raps, he's gonna drop some names. I was just chilling with this guy. I was just chilling with Diddy. I was just chilling with Jay-Z on the yacht. I was just chilling with YG and Tiger. I was just chilling with 50 Cent. Like he always got a name drop of who he was just hanging out with. And Game got a rep for that. Like all this dude do is name drop and say who was hanging out with, who he was around. In the studio with Dr. Dre and Eminem. Like almost every song, the Game is gonna let you know who he's been around. In almost like a clout chasey type of way. But music is what it is. I just think that stuff is funny. Originality is what's needed, but there's not a lot of original stuff. And it hasn't been. Hasn't been a lot of original stuff, but at the same time, we got to do something about it. You know, all kinds of things that was just interesting me. I had interest in the last few days or last day or two, as we have more lagging going on. Yeah, this problem will be fixed soon too. Don't trip, y'all. I appreciate you guys still rocking and being here. You know what I mean? Through the lagation, the lagistry, you know, if that's even a word. Richard Sherman about to be done with Skip Bayless too. Skip Bayless, man, your time is up, bro. You know, it was cute when you used to hit on LeBron like that so heavy. You know, you influenced a lot of people's thoughts too. A lot of people was eating up what he was saying about LeBron and running with it. You know, even though there's a lot of stats to prove what he's saying is not accurate, like LeBron not being clutch. When if you go to the paperwork, there's a lot of paper, or not paperwork, but just evidence and stats that prove that different. I mean, I get what he means. He wants the LeBron to take the last shot every time, like Michael did. You know what I'm saying? You're the chosen one, blah, 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 right? But not everybody does things the same way. But if you go to the stats, it shows that he has some of the top clutch moments, or some of the most clutch moments over him, Kobe, and MJ when it comes to those three. Just look it up. I'm not making this up myself. Skip Bayless, you know, he's like the poster child for the LeBron hate, I want to say. He's what made hating LeBron cool, I would say. He's the one who made hating on LeBron cool. When people make points about LeBron, they're using Skip Bayless takes. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, they're using Skip Bayless takes. You know what I'm saying? It's not their own takes. They're coming up with things that Skip Bayless said on First Take or Undisputed. You know? So I guess a lot of things people got on Skip Bayless for over the time is the fact that he's talking so much about people in sports that he's never played, you know? Which, you know, Skip also came back with arguments that people use whenever anybody comes up with this argument. When players say that they don't respect somebody's opinion because they didn't play the game, Skip Bayless would always say, well, what about, I don't remember these guys' names, but what about the guy from OKC who drafted all these players? He never played a lick, but he knew how to draft a team. Or the guy who drafted the players in Golden State, he never played, but he know how to draft a team. So you're telling me because he never played the game, he doesn't know the game, but then he drafted all these players and put a good team together and they're winning. So, you know, that's the argument that these guys use when they're non-athletes. Oh, he's not a non-athlete, but look what he's doing. He's not he never played ball, but he's a head coach for the NBA and done this, and this. That still don't take away from the point that you never actually played it. And there's a difference in what you see when you've been in it and when you've been on the side of it. Now, I do understand you could be on the side of it for a very long time and know the intricacies because of what you've been watching. But from what you've been watching and being out there is definitely a different perspective, you know? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of just a keyboard warriors type of argument. Oh, this person didn't do this and they're there, here. Nah, bro. So Skip Bayless, you know, been doing that for a long time. I feel like he's a poster child for LeBron hate. He gives everybody who doesn't like LeBron the fuel they need to do it, because nobody does their own personal research to check out things. They just listen to Skip Bayless and rock with his points, you know, not knowing that there's some real facts out there that might argue differently, you know? So now he's on the show with new people because he ran Shannon Sharp out of there with his disrespect. That was crazy too, when he disrespected Sharp about the whole Brady thing, and you just mad because he's still playing and you had to stop when you stopped. Like, how you attack somebody like that, bro? That's a venomous argument to have on live TV. Oh, you're just jealous of Tom Brady because he's still rocking that 40 and you had to stop at 32 or 35. That's crazy and wildly disrespectful. You think you're gonna do that and be cool? I knew Sharp was done after that, but because of the legalities and stuff, you have to take your time and do it right. He did, you know. So now Skip tries to bounce back with a bunch of new people, and Skip is out here just trying, boy. He's just trying. He's just trying. He's bringing on social media guys now who talk shit about like sports. He's bringing on a bunch of different randoms that he never did on First Take or Undisputed with Shannon Sharp. Now he's reaching for the stars. Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, Richard Sherman. Brought Richard Sherman for the shock value because him and Richard Sherman went so crazy at each other before, and Richard Sherman still has that opinion about Skip, as you're gonna see in this clip if you guys already see it already, which I thought was, it's fitting, you know. And it's good to see Richard Sherman still having his same ground. Like, you never played, you only watched it, and that's what his whole argument was before. You know what I mean? You know, I think that stuff right there is crazy. But yeah, man, passing on a lot of things because that's just what has to happen right now for the most part. A lot of things is not rocking for me on the things that I want that I'm grabbing, you know. The Puerto Rico Air Max 1s was a good one. But other than that, you know, not a lot to bring home, at least for me. There's football jerseys to grab. I'm not into the football jerseys no more. I learned my lesson. I have a few that I thought was good, and maybe one don't have nothing to do with the other, but I'm good on it. So I've seen some really nice football jerseys, you know, the Rodgers, the Tom Brady, but I'm good on them because I'm good on them. Like I'm not even gonna go down that route, you know. Try to hustle and bustle with everybody else selling that same jersey right now. I'll be sitting on it for another 6 months to a year, waiting for next football season to come around. I'm good for me, you know. But I have been scooping up stuff for Amazon, you know, because that stuff is I already told and explained why I do that. So Crocs and certain like hoodies or certain clothes. Mainly it's been like Crocs. Those have been doing pretty good for me, you know, as far as like getting them for as low as I could and kind of getting the maximum as we are getting to the time where people are buying stuff for Christmas. Uh, it still baffles me. I don't want to I knock on wood, but it still baffles me that people are still paying $55 to $60 for Crocs when you can find them really at these other places for 25, 19, stuff like that. But people are still, I'm not mad at it. I ain't got no complaints about that. Keep it going. Keep it going. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny. It's not funny, but it's you know, whatever. we're not trying to wish that stops. But the Discord, oh yeah. Maybe because I haven't been to enough spots too. Because the Discord, I mean, some of the things people find in the Discords, I probably would pass on too, you know, but some of them I definitely wouldn't have. But yeah, man, Skip is gonna learn his lesson. Like he try to shock the world with bringing Keyshawn, Richard Sherman, and Michael Irvin for the shock factor and the energies that they bring. But when they're all on a stage with him together, he don't really get a word in because their personalities and stuff is just so overbearing. But Richard Sherman's already tired of Skip, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought that by Richard being on the show, they kind of put all that stuff behind. Maybe forgive and forget, but maybe forgive but not forget.
He went crazy about the Giants because they hip dropped him, and he said, by the grace of God, he survived the hip drop, and now we see Jordan Travis. The problem is,
what's crazy is
yeah.
the
Let me finish, Richard. I'm speaking. Thank you.
I'll let you speak, but you're not speaking from experience. So stop raising your voice, Skip.
Okay.
Talk to me, Skip.
All right. If you're gonna let me speak or not.
Well, you're speaking on something you don't experience. You have no experience doing. So I mean, what
I've
can you
covered
really
the game
make?
for a lot longer than you've been alive.
You've covered the game. I've actually played the.
That's always Skip's argument. I've been doing this for 40 years. He really dissed him. I've been doing this since before you were even alive. And that's what it made Richard be like, hey, you watched, but you ain't play. You know, you watch, but you ain't play.
the game longer than you ever played. So, like, what we're talking about is something that actually happens in the game that you can't experience unless you play it.
Does Rich McKay know anything about football? Keyshawn, help me. Back
See,
in week 4, and
that
he went crazy about the Giants because they hip dropped him. He said, by the grace of God, he survived the hip drop. And now we see Jordan Travis. The problem is,
what's crazy is
let me finish, Richard. I'm speaking. Thank you.
I'll let you speak, but you're not speaking from experience. So stop raising your voice, Skip.
Okay.
Talk to me, Skip.
All right. You're going to let me speak or not?
Well, you're speaking on something you have no experience doing. So, I mean, what point can you really
make? I've covered the game for a lot longer than you've been alive.
You covered the game. I've actually played the game longer than you ever played. So, like, what we're talking about is something that actually happens in the game that you can't experience unless you play it.
Does Rich McKay know anything about football? Keyshawn, help me. Back in week 4.
That's that whole argument. Does this guy know he doesn't play, but he drafted this team? He put this team together, but he never played the game. Blah 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 blah. That argument will always forever be alive for people like Skip, and it might have some validity to it. At the same time, though, there's totally a different lens that you see the game when you're actually playing the game and when you're actually watching the game. You know what I mean? It definitely is a difference. It's not the same thing. But I didn't expect this. You know, I'm like, wait, Richard Sherman's tired of Skip? I thought that was cool. He's on the show. Like, I thought that was cool. How does this happen? I didn't understand it, but you know, I mean, they haven't even been together, haven't even been 6 months, really. I mean, I know time be flying, so I could be wrong, but I'm like, I don't even think they've been together for 6 months. They definitely haven't been together for 6 months. They started right before the season started. The NFL season hasn't been going 6 months. The NFL season hasn't been going 6 months. So I just think that it's kind of weird that that they would have such a problem this early in the work relationship. Is that for TV? I don't think Sherman was thinking that was for TV. Like, I don't think Sherman was like going about it like it was a joke. I think Sherman was kind of tired and trying to restrain himself as well, you know. And then when he said been doing this since before you were even alive, that kind of like set a little fire. But not only that happened with Skip, I see that Cameron's hollering at Skip Bayless now. Shout out to Cameron and Mace. It is what it is. There definitely is a new media out here, a new media out here, which I have to be honest, I never thought that there would be a time where you could really say that. I thought the media is who it is, and that's that. But with everybody doing their new stuff, it's kind of setting up either a branch off or just a new media altogether. With it is what it is with Cameron and Mace. People didn't take them seriously, but they kind of know what they're doing. Then, of course, you got Gil's Arenas podcast. You got those two stores, those two podcasts, and then Jason, JJ Reddick's, Pat Bev's, Paul George's. You got the stuff with Showtime with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. You got KG. They all kind of do the same thing in media. Like, they mainly talk about football and basketball, mainly football or mainly basketball. Some of them have, because you got the other one where Brandon Marshall used to be a part of. They talk about football, but I think more so Cam and maybe Gil's Arena, no bias, but those two kind of do it more in a news right now because they kind of are the most frequently dropped. Everybody else has days off, but Gil's Arena's on like 4 days a week. Cameron and them is pretty much on the same, if not more. So by them being on so frequently, that kind of puts them at the forefront when it comes to at least media for basketball. I feel like people are watching Gil's Arena, and it is what it is, more than they're watching First Take. Well, maybe in my circles in the urban communities, I don't think people's really running to check First Take in the mornings like that no more. Stephen A. Smith is like the last of the hope for that. But even Stephen Smith is on some BS. He tries to do his little podcast on the side where he's a little bit more edgy. That might be cool too. But I think people are tired of the original media, the Skips, the Stephen A. Smiths, all the good people from the ESPNs is gone. No more Jalen Rose. Like when things like that happen, it kind of waters it down, and you're stuck with Skip Bayless type stuff or Mad Dog and Stephen A. Smith, who only does what they want him to do in a sense. So the new media is definitely live and well, and I just never thought that there would be really a time. They still might be trying to do some gatekeeping, but the numbers don't lie. Like there's still a lot of live viewers and people watching these two other podcasts. So it's like they're definitely going to be here to stay. There might be ways for them to try to shun them and not give them awards or nominate like Emmy nominations, how some of these other things on ESPN and stuff would get, because they probably just will gatekeep that and not let that happen. But they're a little bit more edgy. But like I said, they're talking about current topics daily almost, during the week at least, and they're making valid points and good arguments about stuff, way better and way more interesting than you would ever hear on a First Take or something like that. You know what I mean? So Skip Bayless' days is numbered, just like his regime of media is numbered. The only thing I feel like this new media is a little bit more line steppers, stay a little bit more edgier stuff, a little bit more not clickbaity stuff, but this is what they really feel. They're saying stuff that you can't say on Disney Network, like an ESPN. You know what I mean? Talking a little differently about the topics at hand. So that part is they don't push the same narratives. Like we always see them different memes about all the news reports saying the same thing. It even went to that way when it came to sports. Skip Bayless and them will go up first, and a lot of shows after that will echo them same points. When you got these people like Gil's Arena and Cameron and Mace, it's different on how they report on the stuff. You know what I mean? So now Skip's out here trying everything. Brung in loudmouth, and respectfully, loudmouth Marco Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson can get a little loud. Richard Sherman too, like aggressive, loud personalities and voices. He thought that was going to help bring people in. Then he started bringing in like social media people, which I thought was weird. Skip would never do that. It felt like Skip would look down upon that before, but now he's bringing on different people just to try to get some buzz. Lil Wayne on the show constantly. Like, we respect Wayne, but like he tried to bring Wayne in to try to do like the Cameron stuff or the Gil's Arena, to be a rapper talking about sports, a little more edgy. I wonder why he got 3 former football players, unless he's going to switch his roster up and have a multi-roster type of thing. Why he got the football guys on? I always looked at Undisputed or Skip shows, even though they covered all sports, but I only really looked at them more as a basketball thing. Like I really feel like that was Skip's bread and butter, even though he talked very well about, football and baseball. He knows his stuff, don't get me wrong, but I've always looked at it as a basketball thing. Maybe because I'm a basketball person. So, so I just thought it was weird for him to bring 3 former football players when a lot of people, at least, some people who think like me, will be going to them for basketball stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. And Richard Sherman, somebody who I could trust his basketball critiques, and same thing with Keyshawn. Michael Irvin sounds weird talking about basketball because I just only think of him as football and football only. You know what I mean? I don't know if they have a schedule where some of them on, some of them off, because I don't watch the show like that. But from the parts I've seen, it's always, they are in football season, so that makes sense. But they do get to basketball topics, and it's just weird for me seeing either athlete talk about the other sport, even though they might have knowledge of it. I just feel like it don't really come off the same way, because it just don't. I like when people who play from that sport talk about their sport. You know what I mean? Because it's the same Richard Sherman point. You watched it as opposed to being in it. So football players talking about basketball, I'm like, yeah, you might kind of know because and been around, but you ain't ever laced them up being on the court. So you don't know everything. That's just how I'm going to feel, and a lot of people will too. But apparently Cam is mad at Skip Bayless also, because I guess Cam is calling out Skip for stealing the format. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you can't be here stealing my format, my work. I'm over here putting in this pain, this time and effort. You can't just come here and try and scoop up my shit. Let's see what this is about.
can't explain, I found that I was really good at sports. Number one, especially good at baseball, but number two, also at basketball, which weirdly was my first love, and I don't know exactly why. But in basketball, I was actually explosively good in 8th and 9th grade. In 8th grade, I've mentioned this before, but you can look it up or ask somebody about it. Taft Junior High School probably had 1,500 kids. It was a huge junior high school, only 2 grades, 7th and 8th. I was chosen athlete of the year in 8th grade at Taft, mostly because of, if not all, because of basketball. I went to summer camp soon after my 8th grade year, but before 9th grade in Oklahoma City, but kids came from all over Oklahoma and Texas for that camp. And I was voted MVP. I still have the story. I've used it in a story that I wrote called Here I Am. I was still pretty good in 9th grade. In fact, we had an AAU team independent of school. I think I was the leading scorer, but we had some really good kids. All of them played Division I basketball or football.
This is Skip's reply to Jalen Rose's. How much did you average? 2 point or 4 point something? Like this is him trying to get back at everybody and say, I know how to play ball. I play ball. Even though it wasn't at the highest level, but he's just trying to say right now, his, what he did and why he hooped and why he's qualified to talk about basketball, like because of what he did in 8th and 9th grade, which a lot of people wouldn't count that worth anything. If he said high school, people still wouldn't really count that, even though I know back then high school started at 9th grade, all right? Or was it 8th grade, high school? I remember when I was younger, high school was like 4 grades, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now it got switched somewhere. I don't know what it's like now because I'm not in the school system, but I know at one point high school started, I think 8th grade might have been included in high school, and then they put high school to middle school. I think that's what happened. It was some switch in there, but him talking about 8th and 9th grade or 7th and 8th grade, whatever he said, it's not college. It's not pros. Definitely not pros. If you at least played an elite college ball and was like an elite or a really sound college player, they might respect it a little more. But you talking about like your teenage years, that don't really count, bro. So he trying to save face and talk, but like that don't really do what it's supposed to do, Skip.
Bayless on his show, flexing about how he was that guy back in the day in the 8th grade. Skip just be saying about anything these days. Anyways, he was responding to a report about how he wanted Jalen Rose off of first take back when he got called out about averaging only 1.4 points per game as a senior in high school. So
at least if he could have averaged a dub in high school, 25 points in high school, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Skip.
And Mace on It Is What It Is responded to Skip, and they didn't hold back. Have listened to what they said about Skip and his achievements from the 8th grade.
He was the top scorer in 8th grade.
Athlete of the year.
Athlete of the year. AAU.
MVP basketball camp.
MVP of the basketball camp. Yo,
Skip gotta let it go, man.
Skip, you be reaching so much,
No,
Skip.
for real, bro.
You gotta be found out by now, Skip.
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a great one, Mace. Yeah. He trying to save face. And that's crazy because Jalen Rose talked about what he averaged 1 point something in a senior in high school. But he was a baller in 8th or 9th grade, which means he wasn't that good, bro. If he was that well and that younger, but when he got to it and it counted, he was averaging 1 point game. No, come on, bro. Come on.
For real, man. Skip, what I say is this, man. This is the reason why you and Jalen Rose got into the beef that y'all got into.
Yeah.
Because you keep acting like you was the superstar athlete, and it all ended in 8th grade. Like the nigga,
it's like Jingle. His game didn't translate
exactly.
to high school.
Yeah, and then the nigga when he was arguing with Jalen Rose at one time, Skip was a junior playing JV. That's illegal, bro. Like, you can't play JV as a Skip. That shit was illegal, bro.
He was ringing.
Yeah, secondly, you from Oklahoma. Could you Google real quick?
Yeah.
You're from, if I'm not mistaken, shout out to everybody in Oklahoma City. Now, not shout out to Skip.
Oklahoma.
Skip, when you was playing, how old is Skip? 71? Yeah, OJ.
91.
71.
Yeah,
No, what I'm saying is this, Skip and OJ, y'all look great for your age. Both of you guys, pause. But, Skip, you got to let this shit go. You ain't the juice. You ain't Hall of Fame, nigga. We got Hall of Fame up here, nigga. You 8th grade with it. Stop this shit, man. Secondly, you probably was playing when no black people could play in Oklahoma. It's probably segregated. Shit was definitely segregated when you was all-star AAU and all this type of shit. You was playing in the Andy Griffin, that shit. You played in black and white. You could not play against no black players.
You played in
black and white, my nigga. Stop, my nigga. Stop with this athlete shit, because every time you talk about it, you're embarrassing yourself. This is what, and this next thing that I will say is this. To all my niggas that's going over to that shit. Like May said, I don't know why Skip ain't found out. The reaching he's doing this season is crazy. Bubba Dub, I hope you got paid. I don't know Wayne getting paid. That's my nigga. Breezy, Yellow Breezy, get your money. Skip using y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Yo, he think we.
He is factually doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like he bringing people on to try to get the clicks and get the attention from other people, but he's not. I mean, I guess the main three we talked about probably getting paid, but he's using them to try to keep his stuff there because people was tuned out with Skip Bayless, bro. People are tuned out when it comes to Skip Bayless because of his takes and his talking about his glory days in the 8th grade. I mean, he don't talk about that on the show, but when it comes to basketball and him talking about basketball, yeah, they're gonna go right to this and talk about how you were the man in 8th grade. You know, high school you were the man, homie. It wasn't even high school. And yeah, I think that is illegal to play JV as a junior. Like I think that is or was. Maybe they changed the rules now, but I think that probably was the case. You can't be 11th grader playing JV. Like that don't make no sense. I don't think that ever made sense. I don't think it ever made sense.
We the cool niggas, and we ain't got to try hard to be cool. This nigga's like, oh my God, how do I be cool? Even fucking OJ's cool. These niggas is cool, man. Find me some cool niggas. Yo, if anybody that's popping on the gram social media, do not go up there for free because some niggas is getting the bag, my nigga. They treating y'all like the NCAA in 1991, my nigga. Y'all niggas ain't
Before
getting
NILs.
Yeah, that's why I said 91.
Oh, it's gonna be a good look for you.
Yo, what are we gonna do? Yo, you ever see, I won't say their name because they'll be like, oh, we're badgering and then the name of their show, you ever see how it comes on, like their logo? It's gold chains. So like when they be like, do, and the shit come on, their logo and the shit is gold chains.
Wow.
Skip, get the fuck out of here with the gold chains, bro. Yo, stop, man. Yo, you gotta stop, bro. Yo, Bubba Dub, Yellow Beezy, like I already know Wayne ain't playing no games. Stay the fuck away if y'all don't get paid. That nigga using y'all for cool points because he don't know how to be cool. He's so uncomfortable that, you know, he left First Take. They killing him on the ratings. I don't even want to tell you what we doing on YouTube. Numbers, nigga. I know we be talking shit, but we up.
Yeah.
Don't let all my urban niggas that's killing them.
Shador!
Yeah. Skip is gonna call you niggas to come up there. I'm not mad, but get your check. But my nigga, the RP Young don't say, get paid,
Hey,
young nigga, get paid, nigga. Next time you watch the show, y'all probably pay attention. Go doom, and then it got gold chains hanging from the top of the screen. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Facts. And that's what I'm saying by bringing the social media people on there. You know, who's to say that they got paid? They probably just said it'd be a good look for you. We'll fly you out, give you a room. That's probably it. I mean, I would hope those guys got paid, but he's only using these new guys, these social media guys, because he's trying to fit in and be cool. Skip is looking lost out here. You know what I mean? The best bet is for him to just stay with his own podcast, and that's it. But of course, he got this deal with FS1, when Shannon left, that probably rocked the tables a lot because Shannon was low-key carrying the show. A lot of people was watching it for Shannon and his antics and just how he talks and everything. Skip was kind of like, it was Skip's show, but Skip was still kind of in my opinion, like the B mic to Shannon. A lot of people probably say that's blasphemy because it's Shannon's show or Skip's show, but a lot of people tuned in for Shannon more than they did Skip Bayless. And when Shannon just left and Skip wasn't, I guess, ready for it, you know, he came back and doing what he's doing now, which it just looks bad. It don't look genuine. It don't. It looked like he's using some people to keep himself afloat.
What you got to say about Skip stats? Oh, they ended in 8th grade.
The girl was playing in 8th grade. They were playing, seriously, come on. I mean, seriously.
Girls was playing in 8th grade. He killed them.
Yeah, you know. So shout out to Cameron and Mace bringing that up. I think that was a point. I mean, you know, he doing so much reaching, he should be fouled out. That's a fact. And even with the media, you hear Cameron and them talking, they cussing, talking like they just talking to their homies. People want to see that. You can't really do that on ESPN. You can't do that on ESPN. It's got to be cookie cutter. But there's ways to still have it and not have to be cussing and stuff. There's definitely ways to do that. But, you know, Skip just burned a lot of his bridges over time, you know. I think a lot of that's starting to come to a head where people are just tired of that. And I'm glad Cameron said something about it. You know, because what are you doing out here, bro? Getting the social media people out here to keep yourself afloat. You know, that's a smart move to make, but it looks obvious from the outside looking in. So as Cameron said, I hope those guys are getting paid. Not just coming there, just for the look. That Skip is probably letting them know, like, oh, this is a good look for you. You know what I mean? That's not the way to be. That's not the way to go about it at all, man. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. Yeah, of course, you guys can let me know, what you think about that. Skip Bayless, huh? His time is running out, bro. People are getting tired of him. Yeah, man. I think that's kind of wild, bro. Something else that I think is wild, which we don't know for sure how true this is. But Jordan Poole. Seems like Jordan Poole is what? Speaking of quick turnarounds, Skip Bayless and his short-term show, or his show, how short it's been around and how things are happening with that. Jordan Poole could be likely traded from the Wizards. I really feel like that's some BS. It's coming from Bleacher Report. Let me make sure. Oh, Basketball Forever. Okay, but the source it came from, Mark Stein, who's definitely okay. So it's not a faulty source. They don't think he's a cornerstone material as he's trying to act like he is. And the highlights from him, or lowlights from him recently, have not been good, man. And you just wouldn't see this coming as well as he did for Golden State. But we've seen this before, but in a different light. What I mean by that is, like, well, not even in a different light. This is kind of the same thing. You've seen players be really good on one team because they fit in the system really well, but then they get paid and go to another team as a main focal point, and it's not good. It don't come out the same way because they were just mainly a role player. I don't want to say that about Jordan Poole, because the way he plays when he was balling for Golden State, I mean, he was a great role player for them, but he was a really important role player. He helped them out a lot. But that's still being number 3 or 4 option, Sometime number 2, number 3 option when he, but being a main option to start the team around, he let all that ego go to his head. He let the money that he made from being signed, the fact that he does have a ring with Golden State, so he just using the wrong ego to continue to go on, and that's not going to make the ball go in. You still got to put in the work. You still got to put in the focus. You got people on the team on the sideline telling him stuff, and he's like, I got this. This is my team. Like, what's going on? He's looking like he's looking like somebody who might be using some type of drugs or something. The way he's been looking, some of the pictures they've been showing of him have not been looking flattering at all. And then definitely the low lights that they've been showing, not highlights, but low lights, have been definitely low lights. He's looking like who is this guy? And the fact that they're willing to trade him already, saying he's not a main guy to build a franchise around, it's like, is he about to be the most expensive journeyman? The most expensive journeyman? That's kind of crazy. It remains to be seen, but I mean, if there's a move to be made, it probably will be made by All-Star Weekend, or right when that trade deadline thing is, if they don't make it happen before that. Because I mean, the Wizards, it's not looking like they're going to make the playoffs, even though, like I said, it's still pretty early in the season. And a lot of teams turn things around and change things around. At one point last season, the Lakers were like in 10th, 11th place and went on some amazing run and became good enough to make the play-in game and made the playoffs, went all the way to the Western Conference Finals. I don't see that happening with the Wizards, but Yeah, from being a bench guy to being a main player, it's not for him. He's taking it too much for granted. It doesn't seem like there's any veterans on the team that can like will him in like he had when he was for Golden State. There's clips out there of when he was on Golden State and he would have a little temper, a little attitude. You have Curry come over and talk to him. Maybe Clay talked to him and he kind of straightened up because it wasn't his team. He was the little man listening to those guys. But then they paid him to be the man over here in the for the Wizards, and he just taking advantage of it, but not taking advantage of it in the right way. Say it ain't so, Jordan Poole. I didn't think that would be the case so soon. So soon. It's just crazy, man. Yeah, Poole definitely is better at the role player position. That's what it's really looking like. It's really looking like that right now. You know, I think the first few games a season, I think he did well. I think before that, people thought that, you know, people thought that it was gonna, you know, be a good thing. Oh, I can't wait to see Jordan Poole play this season. What's he gonna do? This and this and this. But right now, it's not looking good for Jordan Poole, bro. Not looking good for him at all. So we have to really see what happens with that, bro. You know? Giddey, man. P. Giddey out here doing wild stuff, bro. There's a lot going on in this world, bro. It definitely is a lot going on, man. I want to know what you guys think about the stuff we talked. Okay, having laggy once again. Always happens when these videos load up. It goes down in the DM. It goes down in the DM. I'm trying to fix some of this stuff up real quick. Kind of crazy to see this stuff though, man. Jordan Poole, wish things get a little better. I don't have a you know, a horse in the race, but it just looks wild, man. It really does. It really does. What can you do about it though, man? You know what I'm saying? What can you do about it? Let's see. Trying to go through my stuff and see what I want to take out. Yeah. So they got some more people caught up in that thing too. I'll talk about that later. The whole insurance scam that was going on in the NBA. Yeah, that was crazy too. I guess Big Baby's getting in trouble for that. Big Baby getting in trouble for that. Pretty wild, man. It was I forgot the main player. So I got a question. I got a question. What would you do if your girlfriend and baby mama went to a party to go hang out and chill with a rapper, but didn't tell you, and you found out online because her pictures was blasted? What would you feel like? Would you be mad at that? That's like an old thing that happened with the whole YG stuff. I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. That was kind of crazy. Where we at with it? I'm trying to figure out where everything is because there's just so many things here. Not trying to got all these things loaded up. Yeah, we chilling out, man. Shout out to everybody here. I guess technically Black Friday. You know, your boys posted up online talking about a few things. I appreciate you guys. Wow. Memes are hilarious, bro. The internet is undefeated. The internet is undefeated, I tell you. you have a topic or two, people will find what they need to find to make their arguments relevant or to match some stuff up. I promise you. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of some things. You got to be careful with that stuff, bro. You really do. You really do, bro. You really do. Let me rewind that. Hold on. Because I think that was one or two more things. One or two more things. They better not try to make people pay hourly, bro, for the games, these video games. I promise you that'd be the worst thing ever. Stall them out, Debo. Stall them out. Stall them out, man. Stall them out, Debo. Don't do that to them. We trying to make everybody cool. Everybody needs a little something in life. Let me see. Let me see. Might have a little laggy. Might be a little laggy. He got away with it, but he didn't get away with it. That's a real thing right there. He got away with it, but didn't get away with it. I just want to know what the fellas would do if you were in the situation. If you go to a concert or a sporting event or an event period, and you're sitting down, chilling out. You're at a concert, and you're sitting in your seat, but then behind you, you got some girls dancing, and they dance and they look good. How do you not look? I thought this was a funny little scenario right here. How do you play it off? Oh man, what do you do in that situation, bro? What do you do in that situation, bro? What do you do in that situation? He wanted to look. You know he wanted to look. How do you sneak a look, or do you just act like you get in your phone and act like that's not happening? That's kind of wild, bro. That's kind of hard not to look at least one time. Oh man, I thought that shit was funny, bro. I don't know what I would do. I think that's a tricky situation to be in right there, boy. You playing with fire. You playing with fire. You are playing with fire. Let something like that happen. Did I show it? I think I showed it, right? Yeah, I definitely showed it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think that would be hard to not look at. We just chilling, man. But why she gotta get it so close to my head though, too, though? Like, you know? She knew what she was doing. Dude wanted to look so bad, bro. His girl's like, no, girl. Oh man, that I thought that was funny, bro. Like, y'all doing too much. That girl was doing a lot. Doing a lot while not doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? This story here. There's a lot of things out here, bro. I just be seeing and hearing stuff, and I'll be saving it because I'll be just thinking about it later, see what people think if I'm tripping. You know, shout out to Terrence Howard, man. You know, he definitely does his thing. 24, you already know. We definitely wanted something like she doing that right by your head, right by your face. It didn't look bad at all either. You know, like what? That's torture right there, bro. To be there with, you know what I mean? I think so. I think that's hard to not pay attention to. But shout out to Terrence Howard, man. Now he's in lawsuit with the companies because they robbed him, bro. Listen to this, bro.
I want to get rid of the unions. SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went, so they didn't go to Terrence Howard. They went to $12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I got
$12,000 for Hustle and Flow. It's hard out here for a pimp when you can't make money for the rent. However the song went. I liked Hustle and Flow. I watched that movie a few times. That was a dope movie for when it came out. I rock with that movie. But that's how they get you. $12,000 up front to do it. And then they jerked them with the paperwork, bro. They jerked them with the paperwork. Performed by DJ, which is what they own, not him. That's crazy that they did that to the boy, bro. $12,000 for a movie like that you know grossed a lot of money. I believe it was in the theaters, right? I believe it came to DVD or somewhere. I think that was DVDs was still in when that came out. Yeah, right? $12,000 for a movie that made millions, bro. Millions. Let me see. Millions. That's crazy. Oh, I'm gonna look it up. Let me play it.
SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went to Terrence Howard. They went to $12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I got to sue Paramount or send them a letter. Are you serious? I got to send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals. And
it says that Hustle and Flow reportedly grossed $23.5 million against the production budget of $2.8 million. So it only took them $2.8 million, if I'm reading that right. Only cost them $2.8 million to make the movie, and they made $23.5 million, and he got $12,000. How would you feel? Is it because, I mean, are there going to be people out there to say, well, he signed a contract, he should have made that work? Maybe there's some validity to that, right? But I mean, that's probably language he wasn't aware or privy of. Maybe he didn't have an agent then, and then people will probably say, well, we can't be responsible for what you don't know or what you don't find out. Maybe you should do more research. That happens all the time. People get taken advantage of without knowing what's going on. You hear artists and musicians and I guess actors saying these things, but you would think the SAG and the union would be there to protect that type of thing happening. Nah. So they put the stuff in CJ's or DJ's name and not Terrence. He made $12,000 from this movie that made $23.5 million. That's devastating, heartbreaking, upsetting. That would make you know what I mean? And usually when people go against the companies and sue, it don't end well for them, bro. So hopefully Terrence Howard can, he definitely did a lot of other things since Hustle and Flow that probably got his money back where it's supposed to be. But you would think he was paid off of Hustle and Flow, especially if it made $23.5 million. You would think he was good. I mean, off of that movie. He's had a lot of stuff since then, a few things before then, but I think Hustle and Flow was like maybe his biggest thing, like his thing that kind of maybe took it off because he was in Sunset Park and a few other things. But I think Hustle and Flow was probably the thing that catapults his career. Same thing with the girl. What's her name? the girl that he was also in the show with. Can't forget her name at the moment. No disrespect. But Hustle and Flow, I feel like was this thing that catapulted him. But for him to not get 20 years of royalty for the movie, man, that's crazy, bro.
But I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crashing.
I remember the movie Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right.
I'm not familiar with that movie Crash. I think I might have seen it once or twice. I think, but Hustle and Flow was the one that everybody know. And he made $6 from 112. So wow, Crash I think might have been before Hustle and Flow. So they said we gave him 6,000 last time. Let's give him 12. He gonna be happy. That's a pimp right there. That's a strategic, pimp type when you doing that. Like, oh, guys only make this. I'm gonna give him this much more. He gonna be happy. It's more than he ever made before. Not royalties or that's crazy, bro.
Business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling.
As you and I were kind of joking earlier, it's hard out here for them.
Yeah, it is hard.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Unless you do it right. I want to get rid of the unions. SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They didn't go to Terrence Howard. They went to $12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I got to sue Paramount or send them a letter.
Are you serious?
I got to send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals and performance royalties.
I wonder if that happened to anybody else who was performing. Did it happen to the dude who played the DJ? Did he have the same situation? I would love for that guy to come out and talk about it. Maybe he did. The guy in there who's actually was a known producer, the skinny guy who was played the DJ. I wonder if he only got $12,000 also. The robbery, bro.
I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crashing.
I remember the movie Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right.
The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling.
As you and I were kind of joking earlier, it's hard out here for them.
Yeah, it is hard.
And he didn't even really like that joke right there. I know he didn't. I know he didn't like that joke. I know he didn't like that joke. I know he don't like that joke. But luckily for him, he is up. It seems that he is up. But I think that's crazy how they he said he was just trying to pay his rent. So, he probably signed without having a lawyer, which people get taken advantage of like that all the time in all the entertainment business. You trying to get on. You just want to sign to get that initial what you hearing you're gonna get. Is it the naive person is it up to them to have to know what's up, or you thinking you could trust people, you think you could trust people, but you really, it's all business. That's cold, bro. That movie grossed $23.5 million. They paid him $12,000, not a penny more. No residuals, no nothing, bro. That's crazy, dude. This was that post I was talking about earlier. This came out like last week or something. Oh boy. So there's the sound. Okay, let me see. So yeah, dude's YG at a party. You got the girl right there busting it open. Apparently, she lied to her boyfriend and said she was going to her sister's house, but instead she went to the party to go strip for YG. And dude got hit up talking about, that's my baby mama, nigga, take that down. Man, that is embarrassing, bro. And in this picture, I'm not gonna zoom in more than it already is. If you guys go look at the original picture, you can kind of see what's going on right there, bro. I mean, for him to have her as the baby mama, unless he was clout chasing, because people saying maybe he was clout chasing because it don't look like she would be with somebody like him. It's what they say. I'm not saying that. That's what people are saying. And it's the internet 2023. People doing all kinds of things for clicks and views and stuff like that. So yeah, so how can I play this? I don't think this is gonna be copywritten.
Sure, her busting it all open and whatnot. You feel me? So, baby was telling me, You know, she had to go to her sisters. Her sister is going through some things, and, you know, she got to handle some family issues. So I'm like, cool, it is what it is. You feel me? You know, I wake up, text message, DMs going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
ain't this your baby mama? You know what I'm saying? So I go over to YG Instagram. Baby mama on there busting it open, going crazy. Niggas
Baby
all in
mama.
the background cheesing and smiling. Got me looking like a straight goofy, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying? And niggas like, oh, if that's your baby mama, you need to keep her in check. You know what I'm saying? Baby, don't listen. You feel me? And you know,
That's crazy,
now I'm out here
bro.
looking like a goofy. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
that's not
like I
cool,
say,
bro.
man, if you're a real one, I'm asking that you
I
please
don't
take
know.
my baby mama down.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try to keep this short and one.
I don't know if YG took it down. I don't know. I don't know. Did YG take the post down? Did what? How would you guys feel if your girl did that? How would you feel? Oh, he didn't take it down. He didn't take it down. This was posted November 9th. He didn't take it down. I mean, why would he take it down? It got 15,000 comments. It probably got 1 million likes. Why would YG take it down? Damn, that's cold, dude. That's cold. If you zoom in. Damn, man. That's cold business, bro. You gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, bro. You gotta be careful. Somebody robbed Common Hype? Somebody robbed Common Hype? Is that what just happened? The store Common Hype. They caught somebody trying to rob them on camera. It's happening everywhere. But yeah, man, this scenario is old. I'm sure you guys heard about it. I just thought that, I don't know, man. I'd be heated, of course. But that's your baby mama, so you can't, like, leave her because that's the mother of your kids or whatever. That's just the wild situation to be in, though. All in all, like, what? What? Like, what is going on here, bro? What is going on in the world where, I mean, these things are probably happening all the time. It's just the first time it got caught on camera. Somebody put it out there on blast. You feel me? It's definitely stuff like this that's happened before. It's nothing new. You know, it's just dude got to come up with a post asking, hey, man, can you be, respectful down? You think YG gonna take it down? That's just a conversation that you and your girl gotta have. And there you go. Now, welcome to the jungle, man. So can I play this here? No, I'm gonna go and do that. Try to pull up something real quick. Mm-hmm. This was posted. Oh, okay. So it was a few days ago. But I mean, people are being reckless everywhere. You know, Nike Watts, not the only place that's happening at. Some people might be happy this is happening, but you just don't want people stealing from other people. But I mean, I don't know.
Came in and bought some Common Hype apparel. After he was done checking out, he was doing a little bit of browsing, and before he knew it, he was stuffing product into his bag, and he took off out the door. So if any of you guys know who this guy is, we're offering a cash reward.
Wait. We didn't get robbed.
What do you mean?
He was just taking advantage of all of our early Black Friday deals, such as buy one, get one free on all Common Hype apparel.
Smart marketing. Smart marketing. That was some cool little marketing. That's the cool little scheme they did right there. I mean, I think
Why did you chase after him then?
Hey, kid, Wait, I forgot to tell you. We're also doing 10% off all new and used sneakers, 15% off all clothing, and
Did they get me too? That what happened? I thought that was some real shit. I did. It looked like it. It's what's happening now. Shooter, what it do? It might be lagging right now. Okay. Yeah. I will be making some moves tomorrow. See what's out there. Got some things we're gonna check out, see what's going on. I mean, the deals have been out there. I do have a video dropping tomorrow showing some of the pre-Black Friday or Black Friday deals. Like I said, Black Friday started like Wednesday, maybe even sooner, but Wednesday, a lot of them deals have been pushed out already. But I'm sure there will be even more tomorrow. But then again, maybe not. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how many shoe prices was different from what I saw yesterday before Black Friday to today. Because like I said, people have been running Black Friday deals for a minute because they're trying to get rid of stuff. So the whole hysteria or hype about Black Friday, to me, for one, I'm not trying to get too serious, but the whole hype about Black Friday to me kind of feel like it's fizzled out because they've been in that mode for a long time. I don't honestly feel like they can drop things too much more because they've already dropped them enough. But maybe I could be wrong. I see a lot of red tags in a lot of these stores right now. I don't think those red tags will be any cheaper tomorrow. I could be wrong though. To me, that would be Black Friday if the prices that were already marked down are marked down more, or if the shoes that are retail are marked down. That, you know what I mean? But if they're just gonna keep saying the shoes that are here is our Black Friday sale, that's like robbery. That's like, faking it. It's supposed to have extra discounts and stuff. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see how that works if that's the case tomorrow. Hopefully that is the case, and there are some more deals or some newer deals going on that wasn't there yesterday and the day before that. Because pre-Black Friday and Black Friday is looking like it's the same exact shit, bro. Unless you're going to like a GameStop or a Walmart or a Best Buy where they got appliances and electronics for like cheaper on Black Friday only. As far as sneakers, outlets, they had 30% off already. So 30% off tomorrow. If that's 30% tomorrow, it's already been there before Friday, but it's still Black Friday deals. Black Friday is always a thing that people look forward to for the deals and stuff, but the original Black Friday is something not to be celebrated. That's the part that I said I'll mention it, but I'll just keep it pushing from that. But the fact that it's called that lets you know what it was already about, and it always had a lot of things always have a dark history, which is unfortunate. Black Friday definitely dealt with the black people selling niggas for the low. That's crazy, bro. Unfortunate, but livening it up for the deals tomorrow. There should be some things out there for sure. Hardest month to keep up with Jordan retros based on what factor? What part you talking about? Because the shoes aren't that good, or what do you mean? Because it's been some retros dropping, but I think the timing for the retros, people just hold on to their money for other things. Christmas is around the corner. Like Black Friday to me would be tomorrow going to the store and Neapolitans that are still around will be on sale. That's not going to happen. Neapolitans will still be full retail at the regular stores. The Jordan 1 Reimagines will still be full retail at the regular stores. To me, for Black Friday to be official, those stores will have to have those shoes on discount. Or go to one of them stores where the shoes are on discount, or go to those JDs and Foot Lockers and stuff, and then they give you an extra discount at the register. That's Black Friday. Don't just give me all these tags that's been marked down for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, and say Black Friday deals. Come on. Like, no, we need some new deals for this big sale day. I'm gonna stop calling it Black Friday. Be honest with you. But I know that's what everybody identifies it with for the new meaning of it, which is sales want to get back into the black, so they're not in the red or whatever the colors are for positive money making. I get that. They clean it up so well. They clean it up so well. But the original Black Friday is definitely nothing to be celebrated, bro. Fuck that. Week 13s, Fear 3s, Gore-Tex. Hey, man. Oh, the Winterized 8s. Do you feel like those are hard to keep up because you're not interested in those, or those are ones that you would want, but they're coming out 2 back to back? You know, I think the reimagines, or what is it? The Olive 4 Crafts and the Neapolitans, to me, were probably the best 2 releases of November. And those are just sitting around like crazy. Will those be in store discounted on Black Friday? Nope, still full retail. Like, will they do their markdowns earlier? Will Marshalls have more things on clearance? Or are they just going to promote it under the Black Friday umbrella when it's still the same prices that was before the official Black Friday? They just want to say, we started our Black Friday early. You know? I get it, but come on. What are we really doing here, man? You know? You heard? Shout out to everybody here watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so on the stream. I appreciate it. It does help more people see what's going on. 2:22 a.m. on the West Coast, bro. I do got to get up around 8 to handle some stuff. That's not too far away. Like, it's about, almost 6 hours. Depending, give it a go. I forgot about the 4s and 11s. Yeah, both of those are nice shoes. And those 3s that dropped, not the Fear 3s, but the women's exclusive were dope. Fear 3s look nice too. A lot of things dropping, it's just the price points is up there. And as I have a video to drop in tomorrow, kind of explaining what I'm saying, you might be better off buying the shoes online than in store. If you're looking for a specific size, you can go to the outlets and get lucky and find something in your size, heavily discounted. But even some of those heavily discounted shoes aren't the same price that you might find on StockX or GOAT. And I know those places have sometimes bad reps for giving people bad shoes. Sometimes it happens on more of the popular shoes, but right now, I'm not validating anybody, so you can just try it if you want to. But I feel like people are a little more comfortable, not so scared to buy from StockX, Then of course, the market's just down in general, but like you could check these things out. A lot of things are going under retail, heavily under retail. So, but you go to the store and it's still full retail. 11 still full retail. The 4 still full retail. The LeBron that just dropped, they retail for $250. They're going for under retail, well under retail online. I checked them out yesterday. I have the video dropping tomorrow on Bosco Mitchell. Check it out in the morning or whenever you can tomorrow. I have the stats to back it up. Might want to go get the Navy George 5, the Georgetowns. Don't do it for retail, bro. Don't go to the store. You're going to be paying retail plus tax. Go to StockX, you might pay like anywhere from $20 to $50 less. And if it's about getting it as cheap as you want, that's the way to go for it. You know what I mean? Not everything is rocking in the stores right now. So it remains to be seen. I'm curious to see. We shall see what happens tomorrow. Are you guys going out for anything? Let me know in the chat or in the comments of watching the replay. What are you guys mainly looking to score? A few things I'm looking forward to personally, but not really. And as far as shoes are concerned, I don't really have some shoes look good, but they don't really make me have to go get them. You know what I mean? Especially from noticing that you can find them cheaper later, greater. People getting impatient. People stealing shoes and selling them. So they're marking the price down heavily because they got it for free, which I think is a good time for somebody who's a collector really trying to get shoes. Like, even though the crime is bad, the crime somehow bounces back to help other people out. The reimagines that people got that were early, that were stolen, they were able to sell them for $120, and you can get a reimagine for $120 because somebody else got it for free and they're happy and you're happy too. So it does have a positive effect. It almost feels like a Robin Hood, take from the rich, give to the poor. Not saying nobody's poor, but you know, the rich people, which is the companies, and taking it from them and feeding it to the streets to get it for the low, so people can get what they want for cheaper and not have to spend the arm and the leg. You know, paying $225 or whatever for the Neapolitan ones for your girl, you might not want to do that. You go online, get it for like 180, 175. You might want to do that. You know, it just all depends on what you're looking for. I would love to see some of them recent retros marked down, because like I said, the outlets you can expect it, but I'm talking about the regular stores that people go to: Foot Locker, Champs, JD, Shoe Palace. You know, those stores have been having a lot of things red tagged up already. You know, red tagged up already, bro. So it definitely remains to be seen. You dig? You heard? Didn't check out none of the games today. I missed all the football games today. I just seen like, you know, scores every now and then, but yeah, man, I was around other people's families and stuff, chilling out, eating a little food. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, I'm pretty sure who's here in the chat. Shout out to the Night Owls, everybody who's here rocking, you know, been here for a minute or for however long you've been here for. It's definitely later than normal. You feel me? But yeah, make sure you guys check the product option on the videos. I do have things posted that is available in store. So if you see something that you want and you know you want to go online, you can check it that way. A couple of different colorways of some shoes. Also, that's one thing about when you search things online, they might have colorways that you haven't seen or I haven't seen yet in person. You know, so if you're into that type of stuff, definitely check that out too. But we rock it, bro. You know, more than likely I'll be live again soon. I'm not leaving right this second, but maybe in a second. But yeah, man, it's been crazy. Josh Giddey, we got to figure out what's up with that. Hopefully they can get that together. I mean, I don't know if there's anything to really get together. He's looking too guilty. I don't know if there's any lawyer who can pull him out of this, but you know, money talks, BS walks. I don't know how they can try to maneuver it. I think there's a video that kind of shows something where they can't really, but you know, the picture of her saying she did whatever she did with him, that could just be, you know, they could Simmons that up as fake. Somebody could talk to her to say that she was being exaggerating or whatever the case is. Who knows? But Josh Giddey got some explaining to do. I don't know if the rumor's true that OKC let him go already or suspended him or whatever. I don't know. A lot shall be revealed and brought up, and more details I'm sure should come out. But one thing that I've learned, man, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen these same examples and learned too, but I honestly feel like, you know, this system out here, I don't want to say a lot without saying a lot, but if you got if you got money, you can get away with a lot of stuff, even when it comes to in the courts, you know? And that's the part that I think is wild and people don't get it. So when things come up about people, allegations come up about people, and then they just go away or disappear, even when you settle, even though that looks guilty, you still just made it go away without having to go through the deep details. So with the P. Diddy thing, him being sued by Cassie, but then all of a sudden just settling for an undisclosed amount, yeah, it looks bad, like everything might be true because he settled. Because if it wasn't true, why wouldn't you fight it? But it's all done. Nobody knows the full details. I mean, there's some things that came out, but there's nothing official tissue like a referee with a whistle because it never went to court, found guilty, blah, blah, bloom. You just settle out of court. It looks funny, but there's no proof that it happened. Like it's all alleged still. It's all alleged as opposed to being definite, you know? And you be like, man, they had everything lined them up. How is it not definite? That money. So maybe, you know, Josh got what's the word? What's the saying? The complexion for the protection. So he got a way to get out of this. He's got a way to get out of this, man. Happy Thanksgiving, Brian. Thanks for stopping by. I'm curious to see what's going to unravel when it comes to this Josh Giddey thing, because it's just looking too crazy for him, bro. Looking too crazy for the boy, you know? Hopefully somebody can get that together. Hopefully I didn't just, sniffing y'all ear. On the tail end of this cold, hopefully it's knocked out by tomorrow. But if I don't get enough rest, it probably won't. But we're going to see, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Maybe share this video if you want some other people to see what's going on. I'm about to get out of here. I'll see y'all in the next